what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more.
Yo, how is it going? How are we doing? Happy Championship Sunday. Hope y'all are having a good time here. We've got a new little setup that I've been toying around with a little bit, so I don't know. We'll see. We're trying chat on screen here, trying to be a real deal big time streamer now, right? But hope you guys are doing well. I'm fired up, and as always, you know the drill. If you're in here, feel free to say hello in chat. Looks like we got a good crew in here already. We got Caden, we got Jack, we got Parker. What is going on, guys? How y'all doing? We got some Sam Darnold talk already. I know, dude. I'm ducking the Sam Darnold conversations tonight. Not actually. I'll get to all that in a sec. There's been some slight changes of plans, but I promise we've got something good cooked up for y'all, and it's all going to work out either way. But I appreciate it, Parker. Thank you, man. Saying congrats on the 10K. It got deleted. That's awesome. But hope y'all are doing well, man. Jack is saying from one playoff appearance in 4 years to being in the NFC Championship, can't believe this is my life right now. Dude, it's got to be feeling good, man. How are you feeling right now? I know we've got a few Seahawks fans that watch this channel and specifically that pop in on these streams. How are you feeling right now, Jack? What is your mentality here? We're what, like 3.5 hours away from kickoff from the biggest Seahawks game since 2014, I guess 2015. But how are you feeling right now? Man, we got another game coming up here too that I'm pretty excited for. But Sammy, yeah. We also got Kenny the Man, a.k.a. Gothberg. What's good, man? Hope you're doing well. Said he watched someone play Madden 26 and it actually looks good. You know, I got to say, to EA's credit, right, they heard some of the talk. They've at least put in a little bit of effort these past few years to bring in, you know, a few more features to the game and just try a little bit more, right? So I can at least appreciate that. It's still not perfect, but I mean, shoot, I played a lot of 25, if you remember the never-ending franchise that Caden and I had, right? You know, going from like 20 to 25, that was a big jump. And that was actually nice to see, like, wow, there's a lot of new stuff in here. So granted, I don't buy Madden every year anymore either, but it's nice to see that like coordinators are a thing now, that they revamped the scouting a little bit. It is nice to see. Oh, word might be returning to Madden. That's what I like to hear. Let's go. We got Sebastian in here as well. What's up, man? Hope you're doing well. Saying Pat's Mickey Mouse ring incoming. What else is new? Hey, we'll get to this game in a sec. We'll see. We'll see. I'm actually really interested to see how this game goes here today. That's what I'll say. I don't know, man. I don't know. I kind of like Denver in this game. I know yeah, I'm done streaming two different Seahawks-Rams games. So here's what I'll say. I know the original plan was I was going to do both games, right? I'd done that for a few years running now. And then in between was going to be like some special surprise, which I still don't know about, by the way, as like the 10K subscriber special. Well, before I even learned of some news that, here's what I'll say. I woke up this morning and I was like, honestly, I'm probably just going to do one game. Like, I don't know. I just don't think I could go 7 hours today, to be completely honest with you. Nothing wrong with that, right? But I was like, you know what? I'm just going to stream one game and I'm going to watch the other game. And that just felt a lot better to me. And then on top of that, poor Caden, man, God bless him, had to deal with, as far as I know, some car troubles. I'm not sure if it's weather related or not. I know there's been weather rolling through. We actually have a little bit ourselves down here in Georgia. So we decided it would just be best if we do the 10K subscriber special and make it its own thing instead of just like shoehorning it in between two games, right? And then, you know, I'm not even doing the second game now. So keep your eyes and ears peeled for that. We will have that coming. It's just going to be, its own thing. So I think that'll be a better way to utilize that as well. You know, you get like 2 hours stream and it's like just that. So I think that'll be good. But we got a good game here today, man. Kickoff is in 5 minutes. Let's just talk about this game here real quick. -20 degree home. Yeah, man. I mean, that'll do it, right? I mean, hey, We know about the lore of like plugging in the Hondas and all that good stuff and Big Red and all that good stuff. Yeah, man. Sebastian asking, is the surprise giving a random chatter $20 million? I guess you'll just have to watch and find out for sure. I don't know. Jack says, this is the Super Bowl. If we win the game, the Seahawks are destroying whoever wins the AFC. Probably valid, honestly. I could probably agree with that. I think that's fair to say that the two best teams left are playing later tonight. That's understandable. I mean, you never know, but it kind of does have that feel, doesn't it? It's going to be a game, all right. It's going to be a game. But here's what I'll say. I'm curious the temperature in chat, what y'all are thinking. But I'm going to be honest. I like Denver in this game. I really do. I know the big story going into this one is Jarrett Stidham's at quarterback. It's really unfortunate what happened with Bo Nix, and that's a big loss. New England already had a pretty big advantage at the quarterback position, but now without Nix and it's May versus Stidham, that is a massive chasm right there at that position. I will say, though, and I was talking about this, a little bit earlier when we were previewing the playoffs. Granted, some of my bracket predictions didn't exactly age very well. But if you remove the quarterback position here, if we just take a look at these rosters top to bottom, Denver's still got the better team. Yeah, I know, Jack, right? I know. Maybe a kiss of death here. But hey, I think Denver's still got the better team. They got a nasty defense, led the NFL in sacks, have a fantastic front four. They've got a defensive player of the year at corner and Pat Surtain. They're well coached. On top of that, they have a good offensive line. Here's the thing. New England, they've still kind of just like skated by a little bit here in the playoffs. They got a very banged up Chargers team in round one, and then round two playing a bad Texans offense. But that was a game that was still pretty close, even with Houston's offense shooting itself in the foot. I think even without Nix, I still feel better about this Denver offense than I do Houston. It's in Denver. This is a tough place to play. It's a tough place to win. It's a little chilly out. And I think Sean Payton is going to have something cooked up here today. If you want to see a true, real deal quarterback whisperer at work, someone who actually makes life easier for the quarterback, right? That's something that gets thrown out a lot. Oh, quarterback whisperer. Like, quarterbacks just love to play with him because it's so easy and all that good stuff. That's Sean Payton, man. I think there's a lot of carryover schematically of what Denver did with Bo Nix to what they can do with Jarrett Stidham. And I think it's pretty telling. When Peyton took over, Stidham was the very first guy that they signed. They gave him a decent deal. They paid him a decent amount of money. They doubled down. They extended him. He hasn't seen a lot of action recently, and I know preseason is preseason, but he looked pretty solid in that. I don't know, man. I don't know. They got a good offensive line. A big reason why New England has been able to win the way that they have in the playoffs is just so much pressure up the middle. I've been a little skeptical of the Patriots pass rush, and I'll give them, with Milton Williams back, it's been real. It's been good. But Denver's got maybe the best offensive line in the NFL. I think they can stand up to it. J.K. Dobbins is back. That's a huge deal, not just in the run game, but in pass protection too. I think Peyton's going to have a good game plan. I like Denver in the trenches on both sides of the ball. Home field advantage too. And I think Stidham is going to be all right. So I'm going to go Denver here. I don't know what y'all are feeling in chat, but I'm going to say Denver wins. Kind of an ugly one. We'll say 20-17. I've got the Broncos winning here. If we move the most important position, Denver matches up well. I guess you could say that. That's understandable. I get that. I know. Maybe May is so much better that it makes up for that. We see it happen a lot. I don't know. We got Miguel in here as well. What's going on, Miguel? Appreciate you tuning in. Saying Broncos fan coming at you from Mile High. Go Broncos. Dude, that's so sick. You're at the game right now? That's awesome. Well, I appreciate you even just popping in here for a second to say what's up. Man, how's the atmosphere there right now? I bet it's going to be rocking here today. You want to talk about biggest game in a while. Biggest Broncos game in a hot minute, too. Let's go, baby. I'm honestly fired up for this one, though. Let's go. Jack agrees that Denver isn't completely dead. Oh, yeah. I know. I had the Eagles beating the Seahawks. That one, man, I deserved all the heat that I got for that prediction. I can't lie. I even tweeted it out when I made my bracket, and immediately after the Eagles lost, someone who doesn't even follow me but just like found my page replied like, "Yeah, you're gonna have to lose your PhD for this one." I'm like, "Yeah, I know, man, I know." The team has beaten Seattle once in my lifetime. Never forget that tomfoolery that came out of my mouth. It's one thing to say the Rams, but it's another to say the Seahawks' son would do it. Biggest game in a decade, Miguel is saying, and it's electric in there. Let's go. Dude, I'm fired up for you. Jack wishes he could travel across the country to go to Lumen. Oh, man, could you imagine? That would have been awesome. Dude, one of these days, man, we're all going to see our teams at home in the playoffs, right? Every time I watch the playoffs, I'm always like, man, we got to have one of these at the bank again. We got to get these games back to Minneapolis, man. Let's see, what else did I miss in chat here? Doc is jealous of Bo Nix for how long he was able to stay in college. I mean, hey, I will say I am jealous of Bo Nix in the sense that, like, he is what I was hoping J.J. McCarthy would be. And that, okay, look, we've had so many Bo Nix talks at this point. I'm not going to sit here and say that he's, like, bad, but I won't put him in, like, my top 15. But Denver wins, and he's successful because they've built a good environment around him. They built a good offense for him. That's what I was hoping J.J. McCarthy was going to be. I am a little jealous. Yeah, there's like, why could this be us, dude? This is what we tried to do too. But just JJ is worse than Nix, and I don't know, maybe KOC is not quite Sean Payton. Our line's not as good. It happens. Kaden say, now you cheer for Denver. My hate for Bo Nix is disgusting. I will say, I thought he'd be worse than this by a lot. Like, I'm not afraid to say that I missed on him, dude. I thought, like, by year 2, he'd be like, yeah, man, like, it's almost over for him. Like, he might get a shot somewhere else, but it ain't going to be in Denver. I completely whiffed on him, dude. I did not think he was going to be a good NFL quarterback. But you can at the very least say that. He is a good NFL quarterback. And he made strides and improvements this year, too. And maybe this will come back to bite me within, like, the first quarter of this game. But here's what I'll say, though. There is a chance for at least some of my point to be proven here today. For all we know, Denver could come out here, run pretty much the same type of offense, a lot of designed rollouts, a lot of stuff out in the flats, and I don't want to say that it's, like, easy because, it is the NFL, and obviously, like, not everyone can do it. But it's a very safe offense for the quarterback, right? And a lot of it is just designed on, like, holy smokes, this line is so good. Holy smokes, Sean Payton just cooked up an amazing screen. Wow, we got, well, I guess Troy Franklin's not playing today. We got Cortland Sutton open on, like, a curl route or something like that, right? Maybe they could do that with Stidham, too. We've also got Ron in here. What's up, Ron? Appreciate you tuning in. Saying Broncos without Nix. I'm not sure about that. As much as I'd love to see Stidham become the new Nick Foles, I just don't know. I mean, that's what's so interesting about this game, right? I don't think that any of us have any real expectation of how it's going to look. All we really have to go off of is preseason from this year, if you're looking at Stidham with the Broncos. And then I believe you have to go back. Sorry, let me just adjust my chair again. But you'd have to go back to 2023, the last time that Stidham started a regular season game. And that was final week of the regular season with the Raiders in a game that didn't really mean anything for the Raiders. It kind of did for the 49ers. I don't know. He looked all right. He played all right. He got the ball to Devontae. He played all right. All right, man. Here we go, baby. Here we go. AFC Championship underway. Oh, yeah. It's rocking here. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Caden says, I want Bo Nix. Dude, I'd take him. Yeah, I'd love if he was on the Vikings right now. I'd absolutely love Bo Nix. Has Doc noticed that the game has started? Oh, yeah, we're here now, baby. We're here. I know, I've been yapping a lot, but you know what? That's good. It's been like 2 weeks since I've streamed. There's been a lot that I've had to get out, But yes, the game has started. Here we go. I don't know if I'm behind a little bit. Low-key, my Xbox might be a little bit behind Gamecast because I'm already seeing 14:24 on the clock on ESPN, but I'm just about to see the first snap here. I might be a little behind, unfortunately. Nothing. Just a little 1-yard run for RJ Harvey. Man, am I really that far behind? Okay, I might have to. I pulled up Paramount Plus because I thought, oh, like YouTube TV is always behind. It's on Paramount Plus. Let's see if that's better. Okay. It just got like, I don't know what happened. I was 20 seconds behind. I was able to fast forward. Denver's looking at a 3rd and long here. But yes, now we're caught up. Not a good start for the Broncos. 2 straight runs. That's interesting. Not a ton of faith so far in Stidham, I guess. Two runs up the gut. Sebastian's saying they're using the 2025 Lions rushing playbook. It does look a little Morton-y. Oh, there's a previous message. Okay, I got you. After this 3rd and 9, I'll take a look at that. Here we go. First drop back for Stidham. Uh-oh. Yeah. Well, we'll see. Maybe it won't be that easy for Denver. Oh, boy. He got flushed out real quick there. It's not often you see Denver's line lose like that. Is that Garrett Bull? Yeah, Garrett Bowles just got beat around the edge there. It is not often you see him lose like that. Second team All-Pro left tackle. Just broke the play right there. All right, 3 and out, man. 2 runs that result in 1 yard and then an incomplete pass. Not a good start. We saw such a good opening script from Sean Payton last week, too, against the Bills. That is such a big letdown. I thought for sure that's one thing that Payton is so good at is the opening script. The first 15 plays. Not a very inspiring start there. But we could be in for an ugly game. We'll see. We'll see how this defense holds up here now. But Jack is saying if the Seahawks win this game, he will buy a Seahawks player jersey that everyone votes on that you don't already own. I like that. Okay. I like that. I am going to think of who I would suggest, who I would cast my vote for. Because I'm going to guess you probably already have JSN. Maybe Big Cat. I feel like you're a big Leonard Williams guy. Or maybe Witherspoon. If you don't have Witherspoon, I'm going to vote Devin Witherspoon. He's one of my favorite players in the NFL. I just love the way he plays. That's my vote. Devin Witherspoon. Here we go. It's shaking. It's loud. That was a heck of a punt, by the way, from Denver. Let's see what May's got for us. Stevenson, okay. About 5 yards there on first down. Current players? Okay. You said that's crazy? Oh, the Joe. You know what's crazy? Is I had a lesson on how to pronounce that name like a few months ago on stream, and I already forgot it again. Joe Juravicius. There we go. Joe Juravicius. I believe it was Rynasty who told me how to say it. Joe Juravicius is crazy. That's a great pull. All right, 2nd and 5. Man, if you're Denver, I think you got to get New England into a passing down here. You got to keep it at like 3rd and 5. That's big for Denver. That's going to be another matchup to watch. This Patriots offensive line has been pretty good this year. It's been a lot better than it was last year. They are gettable, though. Like Will Campbell, he's been pretty solid this year, especially as a rookie, but he's gettable, especially against some of the premier edges. We saw Houston really take it to this offensive line on 3rd down last week. Denver's got just as deep of a bag of pass rushers. You're looking at maybe Nick Bonito on Will Campbell. That should be a big matchup in favor of Denver. And now that it's 3rd and 4, you probably have to throw it here. This is where Denver could maybe win the game. This is how they can pull off the upset, is winning on these downs right here. Oh, nearly picked. But there you go. Quick pressure, good coverage. Denver answers with a 3 and out. Both edges looked like they won pretty cleanly, just hooping around the corner. Yep, there's Bonito on Campbell. Campbell did all right there. I mean, May had to get that ball out quick, but that was nearly a big interception. Denver was all over that, man. This secondary is so well coached. Vance Joseph has done just such a good job with them. Now they got a punt. Points are going to be tough to come by in this one. Got to be careful. Looked like he watermelon kicked it. Might have been my eyes playing tricks on me, talking about the punt. Oh, yeah, you see that sometimes, You'll see some funky punting styles. Jack owns JSN, K9, Leonard Williams, Spoon, Woolen, Cup, and Michael Dixon. That's right. You do have the Michael Dixon jersey. That's so sick, though. I do want like a special teams jersey at some point. Punter jersey is so valid. I love that. Okay. Well, knowing who you have. Okay. How about Byron Murphy? How about Byron Murphy? He's been a beast. I'll go Byron Murphy. Charbonnet would be nice too. I'm behind the game cast today. Today's going to be really fun. I think I've caught up a little bit at least. All right, you know what? We're just going to refresh, though. I don't know what is going on with Paramount Plus. We're just going to refresh here. Okay, I think that just put me even further behind because now I've got the Limu Emu ad up. We'll see. Might be a tad behind today. You might have to bear with me, but what can you do? Maybe I could just blame it on the weather. It has been raining for about 2 hours now, and while it might not sound all that interesting, there is a very good chance that that rain eventually freezes. It's supposed to get pretty cold here tonight. Some of you guys might have heard or read about the winter storm that's rolling through the eastern part of the U.S. We're in that storm, just a little bit. It's not too crazy. It's not as bad as like New York or D.C. or anything, obviously. We got a little bit of snow and a little bit of frost, and we've got some rain going right now. There's potential for like pipes to burst, power to go out. Our lights have flickered already a few times today, so maybe that's, I don't know. But best Cambodian player in the NFL. Wait, is that Charbonnet, right? Is he Cambodian? I feel like I remember seeing that somewhere. That's pretty cool. In theory, you could be getting an Anthony Bradford jersey. That's true, dude. That's true. We could hit you with we could give you a troll answer. Nah, I won't do you like that, man. Byron Murphy. I mean, yeah. Dude, he's such a beast. And it's crazy. Like that was the beauty of needing defense in that draft class, the 2024 draft, right? Because it was an insane offensive class, but there were some good defenders too. But all the teams picking high needed offense. So like Byron Murphy fell to what, pick 16? Most drafts he's probably going at like 9, you know? Yeah. Oh, Sebastian, I saw your laundry anecdote and then I just completely forgot about it. You're saying what? It's so cold that you can't even do laundry, right? Let me see if I can find it real quick before we get back. It's so cold in Montreal that you're not allowed to do laundry. It's not even that you don't want to. It's that you're not allowed to. Yeah, man, it gets cold. I mean, I bet that it like messes up the plumbing and the pipe system or whatever. I'm not a scientist, but I believe it. Look out, Stidham. He has not really had clean pockets so far. I mean, it's only 2 dropbacks, but I think Harvey was out of bounds anyways. Referee threw his hat there. Yeah. Whew. That's interesting. I mean, that both dropbacks. Stidham's just kind of been running around so far. I will say he hasn't exactly looked super comfortable either. A little disappointing if you're Denver. I mean, they're showing his career path. He is a vet. Like, he has been in the NFL for a long time. He's been in a lot of buildings. Obviously, it's different going from like practice and preseason and the occasional spot start to the AFC Championship game, but you would think he would be maybe a little bit more cool than this, especially being at home. But we'll see. It's a long game. And I am most certainly behind Gamecast because I just looked over and I see that it's already 3rd and 10 now. I don't know what is going on today. That's okay. Southeast Asians rise up. Have no relation to Southeast Asia except for eating Thai green curry sometimes. Let's go. Well, I guess, would you consider the Philippines part of Southeast Asia? Probably, right? I mean, it's south and it's to the east. And I feel like culturally it's pretty... Oh, yeah, it's just a bad throw on the screen. Man, all right, I'm going to eat my words already a little bit, right? I was talking about how sometimes this offense is so easy to run and like, they can just do the stuff they're doing with Knicks, and a lot of it is just Sean Payton cooking. Look at this screen right there. That would have been a big play right there. That could have gone for like 20 yards. Just a bad throw. And it's not necessarily a difficult throw either. Stidham just put too much on it, maybe a little bit too amped up. There's one of those special first 15 plays from Sean Payton. You know he cooked that up right there. You know they'd been working on that one all week in practice. That was a shot right there, man. You can't miss those. Deep shot. Oh, he makes up for it. Oh, my goodness. Marvin Mims. Oh, they got it all back and then some. Oh, my Lord. On Gonzo. Oh, man. All right, here we go, folks. He just beat him down the sideline. I don't know if there's supposed to be a safety back there to help, but Mims just ran by Christian Gonzalez there. Not often you see a corner of his caliber get beat like that. Oh, my goodness. All right. How about it? Man, I was just lamenting, like, that felt like their shot right there to get some momentum, maybe open the scoring, get like a nice little 20-yard screen or something, and to miss that felt so deflating. All right, to come back and then just launch the ball down the sideline. Okay, here we go. Let's go, baby. What's up, Pear Champ? Appreciate you tuning in. I am doing well, man. You know, we're braving the weather a little bit right now. I've been keeping my eye on that. We'll see if my work gets closed tomorrow or not. I think that status is still up in the air, but, you know, I've got a little slight winter storm coming through in Georgia. You don't see that every day. But I've been doing well. I'm excited for this game, and I'm with you. It is going to be a fist fight. Sports Gambler says Philippines are Southeast Asia. Jack is saying he thinks of Laos, Vietnam, Thailand, Myanmar, Cambodia. Let's go. Yeah, I feel like those are the preeminent Southeast Asian countries. But yeah, you can throw Philippines in there too. Pat Bryant, nothing. Trying to get a little tricky on an end around. NFC champion might be cooked. Study is here. Is there something I'm missing? Who's Study? Thank you for watching, Sports Gambler. Good to have you back in here as well. Indonesia, Malaysia, and the Philippines. Okay, there you go. Stiddy. Okay, Stiddy is here. There we go. I mean, hey, I reiterate, we have seen this exact franchise a decade ago win a Super Bowl with a pretty bad quarterback room. I think the rain is picking up a little bit outside. Designed rollout, touchdown. There you go. Designed rollout, cut the field in half, just a little bit less for the quarterback to read. Great design right there. You got Sutton going on a crosser, coming across the backside. Beautiful. Great second drive from Sean Payton right there. Man, you had the screen that worked, that should have gone for a lot. Then you come back with the deep shot down the sideline. And then this, I guess it's not a crosser. I thought he was on the backside. I was wrong, but it's just a little corner route. Easy as you like, man. Touchdown, Denver. First touchdown pass since January 7th of 2024. It's been over 2 years. Broncos up 7-0. I'm so far behind, it's crazy. All right, I'm going to try switching to YouTube TV. We're going to end this Paramount Plus experiment. Maybe Paramount Plus is worse. We are switching apps on Xbox. Let's try YouTube TV. Oh, man. All right. Okay, they're showing the Hyundai commercial with John Krasinski and Steve Carell. They just finished. Now we're seeing a phone with coffee. We'll see. We'll see if that made an improvement or not. But hopefully we can catch up even just a little bit. That would be nice. But Sebastian says he'd think it makes sense for the Philippines to be included. Well, there you go. Let's go. So I have slight ties. I have about a quarter worth of ties to Southeast Asia then. But I will say, Christine and I tried a Filipino restaurant in Atlanta the other week. Delicious. Oh my gosh. There's not a lot of Filipino restaurants around here. In fact, I haven't really seen a ton of Filipino restaurants in general. The first time I went to a Filipino restaurant was in West Virginia, of all places, in Parkersburg, West Virginia. Shocked that they had one there. It's a very small town. And it was just like on the way. We were on a road trip. It was good. But we went to, I forgot the name of it. It starts with a K, but it's in Atlanta. Delicious. Oh my gosh. Delicious. Oh my goodness. If you're ever in the area, you got to try it, man. If you've never tried Filipino food, you got to try it. Oh my Lord. Some Ponset? Come on now. Lumpia? Mm-hmm. I'm making up for lost time because I was a very picky eater growing up. There's a couple different explanations as to why. But I mean, we ate some Filipino food growing up. Like, my dad would make Filipino food every once in a while. And, like, when we had gatherings on my dad's side, we'd have some. But not as much. Like looking back, it's like, dude, I was missing out. So now I'm making up for lost time, you know? But delicious. Oh, you have ties? Well done. Well done. Paramount Plus is not allowed in Southeast Asia. I mean, hey, Paramount Plus, low key. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about him these days. Is one of the that is one of the explanations. Actually, is North Dakota. That is true. That Kate and Satan noted. No, not the grapes. Oh man. Sports Gambler saying his Super Bowl prediction before the playoffs was Broncos-Niners. Missed on the Niners, but nobody believed it would be the Broncos. But to me, it was obvious. The Broncos are built just like the 23-24 Chiefs, except with a better offensive line and worse quarterback. I honestly kind of like that take. I see the similarities. Great defense, great offensive line, you know, good seasoned coaching staff. I kind of like that. Just winning all the games ugly. There you go. Well, let's see what the Patriots got here. First drive going 3 and out. Man, that as much as you'd want to just like cut May loose, I think you got to be patient with the run game in this one. I think you got to try and stay out of those obvious passing situations on third down. And the run game has been all right for New England. There you go. I like that. 2nd and 6 run, set up 3rd and 1. Whole playbook is open now. There's a Filipino restaurant in Columbus, Georgia. That's pretty good. Really? I didn't know that. I've never actually been to Columbus, Georgia before. I've driven through it once or twice. I think just once, actually. But I've never actually been there before. I might have to head out there at some point. Sebastian has grapes in the house. Long story short, I'm like low-key afraid of grapes. Much closer now. There we go. We'll take it. We'll take it. 3rd down, they got it, barely. It looked like that was going to be blown up at the beginning. Stevenson just wiggling his way forward. I thought that was about to be blown up. 4th down. Oh, that's right. They got Tunga come in sometimes as the up back. I love it. Yeah, John Franklin Myers just shot the gap there. That's probably the right mentality to have, right? On a 3rd and 1, you got to take that risk and try and make the big splash play, get a tackle for loss. Maybe if it was like 2nd and 4, you wouldn't play it like that. But on 3rd and 1, that's valid. Now you might want to try passing it with May here, though. Yep. Just a little screen. Oh! Okay, Diggs at least bounced off it, but look at that. Look at the secondary coming downhill and tackling. That's what I love about this Broncos secondary, man. They're not afraid to get their nose in there and mix it up. I love McMillan so much, dude. He's not a perfect player, but he's the perfect slot corner. He's as mean and as nasty as any slot corner should be. Sometimes he gets picked on in coverage a little bit. He'll also make some awesome splash plays on the ball, batting it down, getting picks, and he can hit. There you go. I love it, man. 2nd and 12. Now you have to throw it more than just like a screen. You know, we haven't really seen May take a shot downfield yet. And they will do that. They're not afraid to. There you go. Case in point. Down the sideline. Batted away. Just phenomenal coverage by Surtain right there. That's why he's the best in the business. Step for step with him the whole way. Not even a bad ball by May. Just no chance. On Kayshon Boutte, too, who's been really the big play guy for the Patriots. Surtain said, nope. Oh, my Lord. Beautiful coverage. Now, here you go. 3rd down and 12. It's loud. This is where the pass rush gets let loose right here. Will Campbell, I'm watching you here on this snap, dude. This could be a welcome to the NFL moment, or it could be a welcome to Will Campbell's world moment. How do you hold up here? Oh, my gosh. Look at the get off by Benito. That was insane. Did y'all see how fast Benito got off there? That was unbelievable. I'm almost shocked that that wasn't a penalty. Punt. Oh my, that was Myles Garrett level right there. Look at this. Look, Will Campbell, man, I like what you've done this year. He had no shot on that play. Oh my Lord. Slop court. I might have said, sometimes my tongue slips like that, you know? But he is not a, well, I guess in some ways he is a slop corner just because he makes things sloppy for the offense, you know? Careful, careful, careful. That's a so-so punt. What kind of rides would they have at Will Campbell's world? The short arms of coast. No, I like Will Campbell. I'm not even trying to pick on him that much. It's just like he is one of the most important players in this game today. If he plays well, if he has a good game, Patriots win. If not, they might lose. Like he is going to be one of the probably 3 biggest deciding factors in this game, how well he plays. And even if he doesn't have a good game, like you can't kill him too much. He's a rookie going up against an all-pro edge. Like I don't know, man. It's tough. Like, what can you do, you know? But we got Wolf in here too. Appreciate you tuning in, Wolf. Saying he would donate, but he does not have any moolah. But he turned 18 on Thursday. Well, first of all, man, happy belated birthday. Let's go. 18, man. Oh my gosh. I remember my 18th birthday. You enjoy it, man. Seriously, go enjoy it. That's awesome. Well, I guess it already happened, but still, you know, I hope you had a good birthday weekend. That's awesome to hear, man. Happy belated birthday to Wolf. And I always say this, but like, look, it's not lost on me when I get donations, you know, like I always appreciate it, but like, you know, you guys don't have to do it. Like, you know, don't worry about it, man. It's all good. But happy birthday, man. Happy birthday. Sports Gambler loves Will Campbell, but seeing that he's the Bryce Young of tackles, he still stands by his pre-combine take of needing to draft Armand Membou to play left tackle. I mean, after 1 year, it's pretty clear. Membou is the guy, right? And I can't even like kill the Patriots too much for it because I think pre-draft Campbell felt a lot safer, and even if he didn't necessarily stand out at tackle, you could kick him inside the guard. He profiles as like, you know, a solid guard just with his build and everything, but it's worth trying him at tackle. Membou was very much a very high-risk, high-reward prospect. There is definitely some risk in taking Membou as high as the Jets did, right? His college tape had a lot of really high highs. It had some rough moments, too. And I even remember saying, like, you know, I just wish he played a little meaner at times. Just like there's some snaps where I don't want to, like, get into the psyche of him. But it's like, I just wish that, like, he was going like 100% and not 75, you know. But credit the Jets coaching staff because that was not an issue this year. And I mean, we'll have a separate stream for this at some point. Slight little teaser. One of the streams I'm really looking forward to in the coming weeks is something that's going to, you know, relate to what I'm about to kind of say. But in a just world, Armand Membou at the very least would be nominated for Offensive Rookie of the Year. That's what I'll say. He's been phenomenal. Cows Anonymous is back. Let's go, man. Howdy to you as well. Ooh, okay. Good cutback by Harvey. That was a great move. Turned what could have been a loss of 2 into a gain of 9. That was a great cut. There you go. Sebastian saying you're now old enough to drink in the civilized part of North America. True, true. Man, I got to go back to Canada at some point, man. That was so much fun. It's hard to believe it was almost a year ago that I was in Canada with some of the fellas. That was a great time. If the Fargo fellas are still in chat, hey, we gotta bring back Canada trip at some point. That's what I'm saying. 2nd and 1 here for Denver. Oh no, Patriots played that pretty well. Okay, you still had the answer, though. Nice. You had Pat Bryant just leaking out into the flat right there. It looked like they covered it up pretty well early. You're just working out of the slot, right? Think right there maybe you want to throw it, but that's covered well. That is like, you wouldn't expect him to get open later in the play. Like you'd think just based off like how the field is spaced out, like, oh, he's going to run out of space the closer he gets to the sideline. It's not often that it actually makes sense for a quarterback to wait on a throw like that. Canada. Going to Canada, Caden. Oh, I do got to think of a name for the 7-4 Demon. Oh, designed run for Stidham. Sliding. I like that. On first down, slide. If it was third down, I'd say lower the shoulder. Go for the first down. First down and 10, yeah, go ahead and slide. Take your 8 yards. Great play call by Peyton. He's cooking right now. He is in his bag. Man, this is why, even as a Vikings fan who sometimes has his differences with Sean Payton and has a little bit of history, I can't deny he's one of the best in the business. I'd say he's one of the best ever, honestly. He should be a no-doubt Hall of Famer. And this could be his ultimate masterpiece right here. If he can get to the Super Bowl with Jarrett Stidham at quarterback, that would have him certified, stamped, all-time great head coach. I think it's going to be third down. Sebastian asking, what part of Canada did I go to? I went to Winnipeg. You know, this was when I was in Fargo for a little bit, right? My unemployment era in Fargo. Winnipeg is only like 3.5 hours from Fargo. Never been before. And it's a pretty cool city. So me and a couple of my friends, we drove up there, just spent the weekend there. But I'd like to go to other parts of Canada too. Montreal obviously would be sick. I think the Canadian city that I want to go to the most is probably Vancouver. Man, that place looks beautiful. I would love to like spend a long weekend in Vancouver or something. And I also really want to go to Newfoundland and Labrador. More on that in a sec. Little Jordan Humphrey sighting. It's been an interesting season for him. He had that drop, if you remember, from the first drive against the Bills last week. But he gets used every once in a while. He can be a fun player. He's got some nice ties with Sean Payton. What was I going to say? I was going to say something and I just completely forgot. Can y'all remember? I was about to say more on that in a second. And then I don't know what it was, but Cows Anonymous and his boyfriend drove to Toronto with some friends and loved it. That sounds awesome. I mean, I'd like to go to Toronto too. I mean, real talk, like there's just so many places I want to travel. And this is just North America. I mean, I kid you not. Literally last night, I was just like on Google Maps. I just do that sometimes. I just like going on Google Maps and like clicking on countries or cities or regions and just like learning about them. And I was just like, man, like I've only ever been to North America. Like at some point, you know, I want to go to all these different continents and countries. Like I want to go to China at some point. Obviously, I want to go to the Philippines. Christine and I want to go to Korea. I want to go on a safari in Africa. Like, you know, I haven't been to Europe. You know, I haven't like gotten a proper pint and watched some footy in England, you know, or like, you know, like going to Scandinavia, I feel like would be pretty cool. Oh, Newfoundland and Labrador. I really want to go to Newfoundland and Labrador. I don't know how many of you guys have watched Severance, but the Miss Cobell episode where they go to where she was from. I can't remember the name of the town, but I was like, this place looks so sick. I was like, where did they film this? And I saw they filmed it in Newfoundland. I was like, okay, I want to go here so badly. Just the architecture, all the colors of the houses, how it's right off the coast. You've got whales all around and like massive sheets of ice and stuff. Newfoundland looks so sick. I know you've been big on Switzerland, Caden. That would be pretty cool too. That would be pretty cool. Norway? Oh yeah. Sebastian says Winnipeg gets a bit of a bad rap, but he's sure it's nice. I mean, compared to like maybe other Canadian cities, like sure, I would, and I say this, I've literally only been to Winnipeg, but I can get if you like, yeah, it's like, it's no Toronto, it's no Vancouver, you know, it's no Montreal. That's understandable. I loved it. I thought it was a great city, man. I mean, just, it's very different from like Fargo, obviously. It's right on the river, which was nice. Downtown was pretty cool. It was a good time. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Jack would love to go to Korea or Japan. Oh, yeah. And Norway. Man, I tell you, like at some point, Christine and I want to do like an Asia tour where we just like spend a month like hopping around all these different Asian countries. And for sure, Korea and the Philippines we want to go to. And then I want to go to China so bad. I think that'd be so sick. Japan would be cool. Oh yeah. I almost drank this with the cap on. That's crazy. Second and 9 here for Denver. They're moving the ball a little bit. Sebastian was saying, they got the run game going a little bit. Not there, though. Harvey contained pretty well. They've had a few nice runs. Here's where it gets interesting, though. 3rd down and 9. Now this is where Stidham's got to put the big boy pants on and maybe, throw a ball over the middle or something like that. Maybe they still could get some designery look for him. Get him on a little designed rollout, but this is where you want to start throwing closer to the sticks. You can't just necessarily dump it off in the flat. Oh! A for effort. And that sounds a little patronizing, whatever. I got the word wrong probably. But, that's a tough throw on a really good corner. And, it could have just been 5% better and it's a first down. But also, Sutton could have caught that. You know what I'm saying? Sutton could have caught that. That's one where, if you're Denver, you live with how that play turned out. Because it's okay, he got the ball there. It wasn't 3rd and 9, tough down, and it wasn't a disaster. They're just going to boot it out of the back of the end zone. Yeah, no, that's valid. Tony is saying, do not punt to this guy. You do not want to give a big return on special teams in a game like this. I'm not always trust your defense. 4th down and 9, you're obviously not going for it, but you live with the touchback there. Make the Patriots prove that they can string together a few first downs. I still can't pronounce Montreal right, despite me being in your chat for over a year now. What's up with that? Yeah, I did kind of forget about that. That's right. It's Montreal, right? Is that right? I remember you correcting me. I need to be better about that because I do always try and be we should pronounce these places correctly, like Chile. When people say Chile, I'm like, it's Chile, Is it Montreal? And yeah, you do not want to kick to Shaheed either. Hey, he was my second team All-Pro return man. That was dude, the aura was off the charts when he ran back that opening kickoff last week. He could have one again this week for all we know. There's Travion Henderson. Haven't seen a lot of it. Is that his first carry? It is. First carry for Travion. He came on strong late in the year. Sports Gambler says China is incredible. He's been, and he can say with 101% certainty that he would move there. Genuinely underrated place to live if you can overcome the language barrier. Let's go, man. I love hearing that. Barcelona, right? That's how you say it with the proper, oh my gosh, Catalan. Is that right? Catalan accent. Oh, he's sacked. They got him. Whew, it's like a loss of 10 right there. There's Robin. This is a deep pass rush for Denver. It's not even just the superstars. You've got Robinson chipping in as well. John Franklin Myers isn't the craziest player ever, but he's just such a good glue guy up front. Then obviously you've got Benito, Cooper, and Allen. It is a good unit, man. 3rd and 15. They can just rush 4 here. Okay, they held up in protection well there, but good coverage, dropped. 4th down. Another 3 and out. They might, Jack. We'll see. There's just something to be said about if you have a top 5 defense and a top 5 offensive line, you can win a lot of games regardless of who's at quarterback. I just feel like every year, and I feel like this year in particular, I feel like I just got so trenches pilled, like almost obnoxiously so. But I really think what just fully, truly pushed me over the edge was last year, watching that Eagles team win the Super Bowl in the fashion that they did. And I just feel like every year in the playoffs, we just always get reminded, at the end of the day, it's all about the trenches. It's about the defensive line and the offensive line. If you aren't good to great in those spots, you're not winning the Super Bowl. When is the last time we've seen a team win the Super Bowl without high-level play at those spots, right? If you can win the line of scrimmage, you are going to win a lot of games. And Denver, I mean, Denver is probably the best team in the NFL up front on both sides of the ball. I mean, dude, they won 14 games, you know? Like, they're stacked, dude. This is a incredible team. You know, and then you think about like, I mean, I was just thinking about this. Like, why does it feel like the Ravens always seem to underachieve every year? This year is like missing the playoffs, but even like in the playoffs, like always fizzling out despite them feeling so loaded. I mean, look at their 4-man rush, dude. Like they've had teams where they're trotting out like Justin Houston as their best pass rusher. Like they need to prioritize up front a little bit more. They were able to like get by because they had Mike McDonald for a few years. Shout out to him. But now like they lose Mike McDonald, that they're just not strong up front. They lose a lot of games, you know? It is the whole damn game, Cows Anonymous. You're right. I mean, not to bring my team into it every time. Look at the Vikings, dude. We got absolutely punched in the face last year after winning 14 games because our line just got overwhelmed. Rams' defensive line just dominated us. Look at the two teams playing later tonight, Rams and Seahawks. Seahawks, offensive line, big improvement this year. And the defensive line is just sick, right? Rams have good lines, both sides of the ball. That's the game, man. That's how you win, you know? Pearchamp says Patriots looking sloppy. Broncos defense is probably the best in the league. Yeah, I mean, I think it's probably them or Houston, right? I think you could make a compelling case for Denver. Maybe you like their secondary a little bit more. Maybe you think they're a little bit deeper up front, like their linebackers. They're so well coached, too. I mean, yeah. They're a good team. They're a really good team. Never disrespect 2014 Justin Houston. Oh, I mean, hey, talk about like one of the quietest 20 sack seasons ever. Justin Houston was a beast, but you know, when it's like 2021, he probably shouldn't be your number one edge rusher, right? He had a good career. He's a good player. Borderline Hall of Famer. But that's just emblematic of sort of how the Ravens have viewed that position. Just, oh, well, we'll just sign Justin Houston and we'll be fine, you know? Yeah, great field position for Denver. They're just showing the graphic. Some of y'all in chat were talking about that. They are winning the field position battle. That's what Jack was saying. Cow said that's why he was so convinced that Baltimore was going to sign Flores because he thought they were going to try and fix the lack of pass rush with scheme. Yeah, well, I mean, you know, at least Jesse Minter, like, that's a pretty good answer too, right? But you gotta get dudes up there. Even scheme will only take you so far. At the end of the day, you just gotta have a Nick Bonito, right? You just gotta have a guy out there. That's been a big issue for the Bills too. You look at all their losses to the Chiefs, close losses, and you look, it's like, wow, they sacked Mahomes once. And they just they didn't have a guy that could take over in the fourth quarter like Chris Jones could. Is that a first down? There you go. Oh, Justin Houston, Tama Hawley. Dude, those are some defenses. I mean, those early 2010s Chiefs defenses, those were a lot of fun. You had Houston and Hawley. You could throw in Dontari Poe at defensive tackle. Derek Johnson patrolling the middle of the field at linebacker. You had Eric Berry at safety flying all over the place, making plays. Brandon Flowers was there for a little bit. Sean Smith. Dude, those were some sick defenses. Those were a lot of fun. Jack is asking, I got to be happy with Flores staying in mini, right? This is the best thing that will happen to the Vikings all offseason. I guarantee you. I'm like still a little in shock, and there's still part of me that's just like a little scared because like, well, like not every single coaching vacancy has been filled yet, right? But the two that I was by far most scared of were the Steelers and the Ravens. Both of those have been filled now. Flores did sign an extension, so he's not going to like make a lateral move or anything. High key, man, like that saved our season next year. If Flores left, I'd have been like, dude, we're probably finishing fourth in the division. Losing him would have destroyed us, man, and it would have destroyed me. I am over the moon that Flores is staying, and I love the guy so much, man, and like, it sucks what happened to him, and it's honestly kind of not fair that he's not a head coach right now, but I'm glad that he's at least made the best out of what was a tough hand that he was dealt. And, I don't know the guy. I'm not trying to be parasocial with the Vikings defensive coordinator. But it's worth noting, if you listen to him in press conferences and interviews, he talks so much about how he likes living in Minnesota. Like, his kids like living there. His family likes it there. He likes working with this coaching staff. The players like him here. And he just gets to be his own man. He doesn't, as I was saying a few weeks ago, he doesn't have to pretend to care about the development of our quarterback or anything. He can be locked in on defense, and that's what he does 24/7. It's a good fit for him. It is. And I'm not just saying that as a Vikings fan. Like, at least from the outside, as someone that doesn't know him, I'm glad that he appears to be happy with where he's at. And I think, I don't know, it's just nice to see. It's nice to see. But yeah, I'm very happy. I won't talk too much about the Steelers hire or any of the hires really, because I think I just want to do that for its own stream. But if you want my 2-word take on the Steelers hiring Mike McCarthy, that's crazy. That's my take. That's crazy. Montreal. There we go. Okay. Montreal. We got it now. I will try and be better. Montreal. Same thing will happen if a Torontoan catches me pronouncing the second team Toronto. Yeah, it's Toronto, right? It's funny. It's kind of the same way with Atlanta. You can always clock when someone's not from Atlanta when they say Atlanta, right? If you're really from the A, which I probably wouldn't even say that I am, but we say Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Stidham is just falling out of the pocket again. Hasn't necessarily had to. I don't know. Happy feet, just a little bit. I won't go at him too hard for it. You still get 2 yards from that. That's still all right. Ravens let a certain Seahawks head coach go, and the only guy even close to him in terms of his scheme, Minter. Yeah, you could tell they're like, oh yeah, we screwed up letting Mike McDonald go. Yeah. Cows thinks low-key Flores might be the next head coach if JJ doesn't put it together. And while that would hurt to lose KOC, it'd be happy. Dude, I wouldn't mind if Flores was our head coach. We'll see. But, he's getting a bag. He's going to be the highest paid coordinator in the NFL. And he's earned every penny of it. Here we go. Big third down. Then we'll get back to chat a little bit. Yeah, the Phillip Rivers stuff is crazy, Bear Champ. There's no way, right? There's no way. Someone did say on Twitter, Mike McCarthy has got the triple crown of, the 3 most prestigious coaching jobs in the NFL now. And it is kind of true. He's at a tour of, the 3 probably most respected organizations, or at least, the most iconic organizations in the NFL. Oh, there you go. Throw outside the numbers to pick up the third down. All right. There's Lil Jordan Humphrey. Okay. Just a little outbreaking route. Nothing too crazy. But he beats him to the edge. Stidham just hits the top of his drop, gets it out with timing. There you go. Take your layups. Okay. Yeah, sports. I mean, it's tough there right now, man. It's tough. I mean, hey, all we can hope is that things get a little better soon. It's heartbreaking, man. It really is. There you go. RJ Harvey, 9 yards. Jack hopes that Clint Kubiak does what his brother did and stay as a coordinator another year. I think it's very possible. I mean, there's only so many openings left, right? He certainly is in high demand, and I think understandably so. He did a good job in New Orleans last year too. But I wouldn't blame him for staying another year. I mean, yeah, if you like the job you got, you like working there, yeah, go ahead and stay there. I mean, I'm trying to think. The Raiders are left. 2nd and 1, just give it to the fullback. I love it. Raiders have their openings still. The Bills have their openings still. The Browns have their openings still. The Cardinals have their openings still. Right? Those are the 4 openings, right? I mean, I don't know who's taking that Cardinals job, to be completely honest with you. I don't know. I think there's a decent shot, though. Another run. I like it. Just churn some of that clock, slow this game down, or I guess speed it up. But like that Patriots offense has been on the sideline a long time now. That defense has gotten to rest up. Not to mention you're playing in that mile high altitude, so that Patriots defense getting a little tired maybe. It is interesting. They tried the classic just get in and get out method when going to Denver, right? They touch down super late, like in the week. They're going to get in, play, and get out. And hopefully that's what mitigates the altitude sickness. Okay, Stidham actually had the right to, like, get out of that pocket there. Not a lot going on, though. Must have been pretty good coverage downfield. 3rd down and 6. You know? We'll see. We'll see if they can pick up the 3rd down here. Honestly, I'm usually an advocate for going for it. But I don't know. In a game like this, if it's 4th down and 6, I'd probably just kick it. If it's like 4th and 1, yeah, I say go for it, right? Just get big. You've got that sick offensive line. But we'll see. We got Sideline Steve in here saying, sup, doctor, in chat. Long time, first time, and all that jazz. I appreciate you tuning in, man. Let's go. Howdy, Steve. Let's give Steve a nice, warm Dr. Pigskin welcome. That's awesome. I always love seeing new faces in here. Yeah. Oh, okay. See, here's where things get interesting. Here's where you have an interesting decision. Now I would say, yeah, go for it, right? Go play for a Super Bowl. Isn't that, oh my gosh, one of the announcers was saying that last week. It was Chris Collinsworth, right? The Bears-Rams game. He's like, you got to go win the Super Bowl. And, people are like, it's not the Super Bowl. But you know what I mean. Now you are playing to get into the Super Bowl. I think he was a little short there. You got to go for it, man. You got to go for it. Get big. You've got that sick offensive line. Yeah, it might be tempting to get up 2 scores. But also, I like it. I like it. There you go. Well, they're going to call timeout here. Play clock running out. But where Steve is at, he got crushed by snow, so he's without his football watching bud, so he's elated to see this up. Well, let's go. I'm glad that I can be a good alternative, man. That's awesome to hear. Appreciate you tuning in. It's been snowy all over the place. We haven't quite got snow here in Georgia, but I'm looking out my window right now. There's a little frost on the trees. I think the rain has calmed down a little bit. Some of the schools have closed down for tomorrow and everything. It's been a little chilly. He loves Mike McDonald. There you go. Easy way to score points with Jack. Jack guarantees that Boya Mafe is a Raider next year. Interesting. Okay. What's the logic behind that? I'm genuinely curious why Boya Mafe would be a Raider next year, unless I'm like missing something. All right, here we go. 4th and 1. What do we got here? Oh, play action. Look out. Picked. All right. Patriots get a stop. I guess they say it's incomplete. Doesn't really matter either way, though. Well played. They are ready for the play action. They had like 3 guys in the backfield there. Stidham just kind of had to chuck it. Well played. Okay. I wonder. Now, I'm no like coach or anything, but just based off of that first look and how the routes kind of played out, I wonder if Lil Jordan Humphrey was supposed to be the first read there. It looked like he was just like kind of overlapping a little bit and then he was going to like settle down right at the first down marker. I don't know. I mean, we'd have to throw on the all 22 for that. And even then, it'd be tough to tell for sure. But I wonder if it was like a designed rollout and then just come cross back over towards the middle of the field to Humphrey. That's what the play might have been. But either way, Stidham had no shot to get that throw off there. Oh, I missed your chat about the Raiders poaching the Seahawks. They're going to take Kubiak, you think? I could see that. That's true, right? You see that happen a lot. You'll see players follow coaches. Cam Akers is like a classic example, right? Always going where KOC went. Dante Fowler with Dan Quinn, right? That's another one. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm getting too famous. Well, that's a nightmare of mine. I never want to be too big for my day ones, right? I think of that. I think of that meme where it's like, first thing I do when I get famous, let the money change me, leave my day ones or whatever. I missed a chat about pronouncing Broncos player names or just like saying Broncos player names. Well, I saw Adam Prentice, right? The Broncos sack leader in this game is called what Robinson? What Robinson? Oh, Q Robinson. Yeah, Q Robinson. He's Q Robinson and he's also Q Robinson. Oh no, I'm getting bodied. Sebastian had to go to the pharmacy yesterday and he felt like the wind was going to make his skin peel off when he was outside. I've been there. I know that type of wind very well. And I got to say, I don't miss it. I don't miss it. I've been there, man. Steve bandwagoned LOB Hawks, got him truly into football, but got fed up with Carroll at the end. And TFG put me on to McDonald's, so it was a great coming together. There you go. Nice. Shout out TFG. America's Culinary Cup. I've never heard of the show in my life. You know, my dad was spitting some bars. It was a few years ago at this point, but he was saying, like, you know, all these cooking shows these days, it's all competition. And while I have nothing against competition cooking shows, whatever happened to the days of like Emerald just like teaching you how to cook, right? You know, not everything has to be like, who can make the best chop suey with a dried shoe, you know? Down goes May. Broncos pass rush getting home. Whoo, 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 whoo. Oh, baby. Cooper and Benito again. Well, no, Benito dropped off into coverage. That was all Cooper. A little cleanup right there from the inside. This, I believe I saw, they showed a graphic, right? That's now 76 sacks for Denver, counting the regular season in the playoffs. Fourth most all time in NFL history. Ridiculous. That's true, Jack. There's some validity to that. May shot downfield. Oh, almost a heck of a catch by Pop Douglas. That has been a tried and true trope for this Patriots offense, and it's honestly one of my favorite things about how they operate. Is they, even if it's like second down and long, they are not afraid to just take a shot downfield and get it all back. They get greedy on offense in a good way. When you have a quarterback like Drake May who can push the ball downfield the way he can, I don't blame him, you know? They try and get it all back in one play. Doesn't always work, but I respect the effort right there. Now you got to try and do it again here on 3rd down and 13. He's got time this time. Good protection. Oh, that's a great throw. Good pass blocking, great throw. 1st down, Matt Collins. That's huge. That is huge. You could not afford to go 3 and out again if you're the Patriots. I mean, hey, like, this game is crawling along here, and it feels like they've had very little fight in them so far. It's 7-0, you know? Patriots get the ball to start the second half here. Maybe they settle down a little bit after those first few drives. If they can get into halftime, like, tied, you feel great if you're New England. Hollins almost dropped that. Like 2 yards on 1st down. But that is true. You could just Google it, right? I think YouTube is a very popular space now, too, to, like, learn how to cook stuff. So that's true. But that's just my dad being my dad. The way I portray my dad on this channel sometimes makes it sound like he's, like, a very, like, I don't want to say grumpy, but just like, you know, rah, rah. He's really not, but my dad's got a little old head in him. He's got an honorable amount of old head in him. Loki, he might be watching right now. I wonder if he is. What's up? All right, you get about half the yards there on 2nd and 8, maybe a few less. You'll take that though. 3rd and 5, 3rd and 3. That was an interesting spot. Cows is saying Padma Lakishmi. Hopefully I got that right. Her Hot Ones interview is crazy. She just tanks every single wing like it's nothing. I've said this so many times, and a lot of people that know me in real life might be annoyed by what I'm about to say because I've said it so much, but I still stand by it. If I was famous, that's the show I would go on. I'd want to go on Hot Wings. Or Hot Ones. But. All right, what do you got for us, May? Oh, he can't get there. Zach Allen brought him down. It's 4th down. Denver pass rush getting home again. They might not quite chalk that up as a sack. Oh, it looks like they are. I'm going to call it a sack for 0 yards. Zach Allen getting back there, the all-pro. I mean, he just bodied his man. Drove him back and then got off. Going on Jared Wilson, the rookie. I mean, look, again, this Patriots offensive line, they've been much improved. Still a very young and inexperienced group, though, going up against the Broncos, the Orange Crush. All right, good punt. They don't call me Jack the Wing King for nothing. I was wondering, I know that's your Discord username. I was wondering, if you don't mind sharing, what is the lore behind that? Are you good at housing wings? Have you ever done like the Blazing Challenge or anything like that before? I'm curious. Jack the Wing King. Clean your room, son. Son, clean your room. Oh my gosh. Son, I saw a guy in a Mahomes jersey. If you know, you know. Hi, Dad. I sound psychotic right now. I promise there's 3 people watching this right now that think that's hilarious. Is the name of your fantasy team in 2017 and it just stuck? And wings are your favorite food? Great take. There's something noble about just like housing a plate of chicken wings, or better yet, a boat of chicken wings. You get them in those little like paper boats, you know, with like the red and white checkered design. Oh yeah. Come on now. You have the blazing wings with interesting footage to show for it. Let's go. My man. Jack says no way. Or Jack. Caden says no way. Oh, yeah, this guy knows. Oh, man. Steve's saying the wind be getting brutal for sure. He was walking in -10 just fine, but the minute there's any wind, you basically disintegrated. Classic Midwest line right here, but it's true. The wind is what really makes it bad. The classic like Midwesternism. Oh, it wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't for the wind, you know. But it's the wind makes it 10 times worse, dude. It could be like 30 degrees out, but if it's windy, it feels miserable. It's awful. Oh, we were just... Oh, man. Dr. Kingpin, what is my proudest football take of all time? Oh, that's a good one, honestly. I'd have to think about that for a second. Right off the top, and it's very on brand for me, and this was fully before Dr. Pigskin, the YouTube channel, even existed. But I do have receipts that I can always pull up if people question me on this. I was very proud of this one, though. Immediately comes to mind. The day the Rams traded for Matthew Stafford, I was like, yeah, they're winning the Super Bowl next year. This team is winning the Super Bowl with Stafford. Going into the season, I picked him to win the Super Bowl. Going into the playoffs, I picked him to win the Super Bowl. And that is like the only time that my preseason Super Bowl pick has actually won the Super Bowl. So I would say probably that, which isn't anything too crazy. Like, it's not the craziest take in the world, but I was proud of myself for like immediately seeing the vision of like, yeah, man. Oh yeah. They've got it. First time you took one bite, you were dying for 10 straight minutes and Michael was filming just dying. Dude, it's not fun. And they don't taste good either. That's what's a real bummer. They don't even taste good because they have to load up so much heat in them. They just end up tasting like battery acid. Not a good throw right there. Yeah. I love wings too. I kind of get what you're saying, Sebastian. I would say if we're talking pieces of chicken, like if we're talking just like, you know, roasted chicken or like fried chicken or anything, my least favorite is honestly probably the breast. When it's done well, it's good, but it can be real easy to get that thing dry. If I'm talking like a if I'm getting like a fried chicken bucket, I would honestly say like the whole chicken wing, probably the most underrated piece. I love a good whole chicken wing. Stidham. Oh, he got it. First down to Mims. You know, he kept his cool in the pocket there. Look at him just like standing in there. There's a lot of chaos going around. And he got the throw off. Answers on answers on answers in the Sean Payton offense. Beautiful. That was a good effort there by Jones, too, to try and bring him down. Yeah, you got it. Nice. That was a great play. Studham. What's up, Lovato? Appreciate you tuning in. He's looking all right now. He is, you know. He's taking his layups. He had a few nice throws. I would almost argue that his most impressive throw so far, while it wasn't perfect, was that throw to Sutton in the first quarter on 3rd down and 9 that was dropped. Like that was a pretty tough throw, and he put that in a decent spot. The go ball was nice too. The touchdown was pretty well schemed up, but he's been playing all right. Yeah, I struggled through the Blazing Challenge, but I did do it. But there was a little struggle. Drums are good, you know. I think if we're talking like drums versus flats, I like flats a little bit more. I will say the chicken leg, very good piece. If we're talking like bucket of fried chicken, the leg, good stuff. Oh yeah. Maybe I'll have to drop my fried chicken piece rankings. I actually feel pretty good about my rankings. One thigh, good sized. I think it has by far the best flavor. I love dark meat. Pretty easy to eat overall. I'll say thigh 1. I'm going to go leg 2. Also pretty easy to eat. You know, a lot of meat on there. Again, dark meat. I like how you can just hold the bone. 3, I'm going to go whole wing. And then 4, I'll go breast. I think the whole wing is slept on when you get a bucket of fried chicken. I love me a whole wing. I think there's a nice breading to meat ratio. Gives you a nice crispy bite. People are sleeping on it, man. Look out. Blitz coming. Stidham. Okay. Yeah. They're going to let it. Well, I heard a few whistles. I feel like the protocol is usually to let it play out, though, right? Because if you blow it dead, then you can't go back and review it. We got a flag down, too. I mean, it's got to be grounding, right? Man. That was a rough play for Stidham right there. I mean, man, I will say, if you want a big difference between him and Bo Nix would have handled the pressure a lot better so far. I heard so many whistles. I wonder if they actually blowed it dead or not. Blew it dead. Blowed it. Wow. Yeah, they're going to get him for grounding. Okay, so I guess it's a dead ball. So no touchdown, but it is grounding. I mean, it's pretty much a sack. Patriots have a chance here now to maybe double up. 2:50 left. You got 3 timeouts as well. You can try and play your cards right here and go 2 for. Yeah. That's tough. Sports Gambler's proudest take was an argument that he had the morning after round 1 of the 2017 draft with his high school's left tackle, that the Browns made a mistake by not drafting Mahomes 1-1 over Myles Garrett. Bang. There you go. Now, that's a good one, you know, because not everyone saw the vision with Mahomes at the time. That was a good one. That was a good one to hang your hat on. Cows was the manager of a spice store for a little while, and the best part was helping people pick out rubs for wings. Oh, rubs is something I've grown to appreciate too. Not that I didn't like dry rubs before. It's gotten to the point where I'm almost team rub over sauce. You know, Christine and I, we went out for some barbecue on Friday. Very good, by the way. And I was eating the brisket. I was like, honestly, I don't need the sauce. Also, did they just call it a fumble? They did. Holy smokes. They overturned it. Wow. So it was a clear recovery by the defense, right? So they can't get the touchdown, which is a bummer for the Patriots. But they're going to get phenomenal field position now. They're going to be taking over at like the Denver 12. Man. You're right. You know what? You're right. We got to hit it, even though it's delayed. We got to hit it. The ball's out. 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 Let's go. We got to hit it. Let's go, baby. Oh, man. Where else would you rather be right now? Oh, is it a little RPO for May? Looked like he was thinking about handing it off and just hit booty on the slant instead. Okay, nice. Nice. You can let that clock run if you're the Patriots. Denver's only got one timeout, too. I think you let that clock run. You snap it with the play clock pretty low here. You can still pick up a first down, too. I mean, it'd be pretty hard to get the last possession of the half with this field position. But you want to make it hard for Denver. May quarterback draw touchdown. Or, I mean, you could just score. That also, that also is cool, too. Touchdown, great play call. Quarterback draw. May's a great runner. There you go. Patriots answer back. Here we go, man. Here we go. All right. Hey, it hasn't always been sexy, but we've had a good game so far. This has been entertaining football. I've been enjoying this. Hey. Nuh-uh. No. Hey. Peep it. It is backwards tonight. That's what I'm saying. Peep it. Oh, man. Jack is with me. Rub clear sauce. Look, and I love me a good sauce, but there's something about how a rub, I feel like, just packs a little bit more punch with its flavor. And you get that crispy texture. Come on now. Come on. Steve saying, boo, Rams, boo. I suppose, yeah, Seahawks. I was like, oh, that makes sense. He read an article saying the whole chicken leg is the best bang for your buck, and ever since that, it's been his main. I can see that, you know. I might want to read that article. Parachamp asking, who is my preseason Super Bowl winner this offseason? Was it the Ravens? Yeah, it was. I know. I know. Yeah. Yeah, it was the Ravens. He picked the Rams and his hopes Devontae gets a ring. I mean, your Rams pick is looking pretty valid right now. Dude, it's crazy. Like, you've been right there with me on the Rams for a minute now, I feel like. And I couldn't come through when it mattered most. I should have went with my boys. I don't even remember if I had them in the Super Bowl. Who did I have the Ravens beating? It might have been the Rams, but I don't think I did have the Rams in the Super Bowl. I had the Ravens beating someone, but yeah, I had the Ravens winning. Year before that, I had the Lions winning the Super Bowl. Maybe that would have happened if they didn't get so injured. Year before that, I had the Bills. That was my first Super Bowl prediction while I had this channel as my thing, you know. I think the year before that I picked the Ravens too. Was it 2021? Or 2022. I picked the Ravens. And then 2021 I picked the Rams. But yeah, it's been a tough run with these Super Bowl picks ever since the Rams. I try and get too cute, you know, like I could just say like the Chiefs or whatever and I would have gotten a few right. I could have done the Peter Schrager strat, but what can you do? We'll see if I can get back on track next year. Lovato asking, am I rooting for Darnold to win at all? I'm rooting for the Rams, if I'm going to be completely honest. And here's the thing. I have nothing against Darnold, and really I have nothing against the Seahawks. I really don't. And I know, like, we've got some Seahawks fans in here, and Jack, like, I don't want you to take this the wrong way. I will say, for better or worse, and this is where my Vikings bias comes through sometimes, yeah, I'd be sad if he won. Yeah, like I'd be happy for him, but selfishly for my own personal reasons, I'd be sad. I'd be happy for him though. But I'm cheering for the Rams. I mean, I like the Rams. I like Stafford. I like McVay, you know. And for selfish reasons that have to do with my own personal interests, I'd feel a little left out if you won one without us. Oh, man. The purple face-off? No way I had the Vikings. Did I really? Good Lord, I might have. Good Lord, did I actually? That's crazy. Rooting for a team that won a Super Bowl in the 2020s over a feel-good story in Seattle. No, dude, I'm evil like that sometimes, you know? Like, I rooted against the Cubs in the 2016 World Series. It's always rooted out of jealousy. Whenever the Vikings like crash out, I always become Mr. No New Rings. Like if we can't win our first, then no one else can either. If we can't be the wholesome underdog, then no one else can either. Just have the Chiefs win again. But I mean, out of all four teams left who I'd want to win the most, it's definitely Denver. I would say Denver, then the Rams, then the Seahawks, then the Patriots. Patriots are the team. It's like, whatever, dude. Like, they're another team, honestly. If they won the Super Bowl, I'd be a little upset because it's like they had Brady and Belichick for 20-plus years. They're bad for like 2 seasons, and they get the quarterback that was supposed to be ours. Drake May was supposed to be ours. We deserved him. But no, they just had to get him and Jacoby Brissett in the same offseason. Some teams just have it all. But also, you know, I always try and be Mr. Neutral Football Enjoyer. Sometimes I have to take the purple face off, right? And I try and do that when I'm like being objective, like actually analyzing teams. But yeah, I'll let my phantom shine through. And yeah, I might be like, if Sam Darnold won. Jack donated $40 last stream, and you repaid me by saying you're openly rooting against my team. Yeah. I'm sorry, man. Hey, look. And honestly, like, I'd get over it. Like, and if anything, that should be extra motivation for the Seahawks to try and prove me wrong, right? If anything, you should be sending the link to this stream to Mike McDonald right now. You should be like, see this? This doofus is wearing his hat backwards for Matthew Stafford. He wants us to lose. This dude with 13 people in his stream is preying on our downfall. Let's show him, you know? Oh, man. The purple face-off. Man. Lovato's friend didn't come to watch the game because he stayed with his girlfriends. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Hey, you know, you got us, though, right? Hopefully we can at least be a solid plan B. Steve saying beyond that, too, it just gets to the best play and gets into something factoring the clock. Like, I think it gets excessive at times. Like, don't leave 5 minutes if you can drain, but for the most part, just score. Yeah, talking about the script. Focus too much on draining clock when you're deep in opponent's territory. It's easy to get into a bad situation. That's probably true. You could be big braining it a little bit too much there. Yeah. Drake May, no matter what, still my best stream of all time. It's got to be, dude. I mean, that was like 3.5 of the most exciting hours of that year for me. Truly, that was a lot of fun, man. We had the prank in there. We had just like the craziness of the first round. My Penix reaction was insane. I mean, it wasn't on my radar whatsoever. Like that was a true, genuine reaction from me. The Vikings trading up to get Dallas Turner too. You had me getting like sad when I realized the Patriots obviously weren't going to trade with the Vikings and just give up Drake May. I was like, why would they pass on him? Why would they do that? Of course not. Like, it makes sense. It's smart. You could tell I was like cracking. Yeah, that was a good stream. That's right. Falcons on the clock. Rise up. Caw-caw. Yeah. Oh, man. Back in the Cleveland days. Good old Cleveland, Georgia. The Falcons took Penix. Why? I stand by that, I will say. I stand by that. I got some takes wrong if you go back and watch that stream. Some things I got wrong. I stand by that. Let's see what Denver's got here. They're in a decent field position here. If you're Denver, you want to try and get at least 3. Man, looking for Humphrey there. Nothing. Lovato saying some guy said the Vikings intend to trade for Burrow. Is that remotely possible? And Steve saying Burrow to Minnesota would go insane. I'll believe it when I see it. And you know what's funny? Without spoiling too much, my next video is a little bit different from videos I've made before. I mean, it's still football, obviously, right? And I'm very proud of it. I'm actually so excited for this one. and it's almost done being written. I've been pretty locked in on it. Here's what I'll say. I do not believe those rumors whatsoever. It would be sick. It would be awesome. My reaction would be, let's go if it happens. It's not happening. And you have to consider the sources of some of these rumors and look into, what companies they might be affiliated with when these rumors get pushed. That's what I'll say. So no reputable sources come out and said it. I would love it, but I would be pretty surprised. I mean, look, I'm down to try. We'd probably get laughed at, but you might as well try, right? But I'm going to be honest, man. I'm preparing myself for our quarterback room to be J.J. McCarthy and Kirk as the backup going into next year. But Sebastian says, we've already established in past streams that coaches want you to come up with plays to run during their games. True. And I'll get to your Darnold comment in a sec. 3rd and 18. Yeah, just dump it off. Yeah, I mean, you're not even in field goal range. It'd be a 68-yard kick from here. It's in Denver, but Will Lutz isn't like Brandon Aubrey or anything. You have to punt it. And the Patriots will still have a timeout here. They're going to take one. They'll have one left. Man, things are really starting to feel like they're coming up New England. That's a big swing right there to get the ball back again. And maybe that's why, to go back to our conversation earlier about not wanting to big brain too much the clock. I mean, New England scored quick, trusted their defense, got another stop. They're going to sneak in another possession here. Forget trying to get the last possession of the half off a fumble or anything. Now you might actually get the last possession here after already scoring once. Lovato says if the Patriots win this half, it's over. It's going to be tough. If you're Denver, I think your biggest hope was at the very least, keeping it like a tie game. It'll be tough if they get even 3, because if New England goes up 2 scores, that just really puts Denver behind the 8 ball with a backup quarterback out there. Even though they've had a few good drives, you take away a little bit more of the run game too. There's a very, very big drive coming up. Sebastian was saying, I literally just saw it. Oh, how would I feel if Darnold won 10 Super Bowls in a row, then demanded to be traded back to the Vikings, and then lost on purpose to keep the Super Bowl drought alive? I'd be a little sad, to be honest with you. Oh, man. And after he sabotages the Vikings, he goes to Detroit and wins another 10 Super Bowls. That's possible. Interesting. Draw play with Stevenson. I don't hate it, trying to catch him off guard there. You still do have that timeout. You gain 5 yards, so you probably don't have to use the timeout here. You can get back to the line quickly. You can see Vrabel saying, come on, let's go. If you're going to call draw play, you got to have the next play in mind here. Yeah, they're going to go quick. I don't hate that. Realistically, you're just playing for a field goal here. Oh, it's dropped by Hunter Henry. That's a big drop. Stops the clock, and now it's 3rd down. I mean, I don't know how aggressive Denver would be if they got the ball back. And, let's say the Broncos get a stop here. You're looking at getting the ball back with maybe 50 seconds left, 1 timeout. You'd try for the field goal at least. But, I mean, if the Patriots get another first down here, Denver's probably not going to have a chance to score before half. Let's see what we got here, though. 3rd down and 5. This has been where Denver's won. Oh, good tackle. Now, if you're Denver, call timeout. All right. I guess you trade the timeout for 7 more seconds of game time. That makes sense, because otherwise the Patriots should just let the clock run. All right. 57 seconds, no timeouts. All right. Big for Denver. At the very least, now you got to be saying it'll at least be tied. Steve is saying, all he's saying is there exists a world where he does get 20 times in a row when trying. Dare I say anything less from him would be a bit disappointing. I mean, hey, it's possible. JJ McCarthy at 9 as the backup, right? Or even better, 9 and JJ McCarthy as the backup. No, I want 9 over McCarthy because 9 is like a dog in the street, and I need a dog in the street at quarterback. Good Lord, man. Honestly, at this point, he just needs to stay healthy. That's what's really tough. He can't even stay healthy. I'll get into the Vikings at some point, I'm sure, on another stream or something. But yeah, I'm still not fully against buying low on Geno and rolling the dice with that. Sebastian saying Patriots get the second half kickoff as well. Broncos have to make sure things don't spiral. Yeah, well, at least getting the stop there stopped some of the bleeding, you know? Oh, do we have breaking news? Denard Wilson, next Giants DC. Not a bad job to have. You know, I definitely whiffed on how exactly how good the Giants defense was going to be this year. That's on me. Big whiff. There's a lot of talent to work with there, though. That's not a bad job to take. Oh, Harvey breaking a tackle into field goal range, and he gets out of bounds. All right. Okay. First down. On first down, you get 10 plus yards and you stop the clock. You're already in field goal range. Maybe 1 or 2 plays you try and get a little crazy and play for the end zone. I mean, I'm not saying that you like chuck it down towards the end zone. But if you have a play that you drop to get like maybe 14 yards here or something, you might want to roll the dice here now. Try it now. If not, you can come back on like 2nd and 10. Go for like a smaller gain. Yep, designed rollout. I think that was supposed to be a deep shot. They'll just chuck it. Chuck it down. Chuck it out of bounds, whatever. Can't see from the broadcast angle, obviously, but I feel like that was a staple that we've seen a lot in this Denver offense. When you see the quarterback roll out like that and then stop, we saw this so much with Bo Nix. I feel like that sort of exact type of rollout and drop back usually was followed by a shot downfield. I'd be willing to bet that's what there was at least 1 or 2 vertical routes downfield on that play. Obviously, can't see from here, but that would be my guess. Now you come back on 2nd and 10. Probably played a little safer. That was your risky roll the dice right there. Blitz from the Patriots. Yeah, that's a good answer for the blitz. Out route, get about 6 yards. I mean, if the Patriots have a timeout, that complicates things, you know. If the Patriots didn't have a timeout, well, you can't run it. I mean, if you run it, then you'd have to do like fire drill type of situation and get the special teams out there because you couldn't spike it on 4th down. No, you do throw it here on 3rd down, I think. You throw it, but it's nothing crazy, and if it's not there, you throw it away. But this is very makeable from here. They've already got it well past Lutz's range. Roll out. I mean, don't do anything rash. Pump fake. Yeah. Just get out of bounds. All right. 54-yarder for Lutz. He's got the leg. It is outdoors. It is a little chilly. You got the thin air. Very makeable kick. If you're the Patriots, I don't think you burn your time out here, right? Keep it. You'll get the ball back with, we'll call 19 seconds. 1 timeout. See if you can't get 1 big play with May, maybe. Dogs can't play quarterback. What are you talking about? Hey, there's no rule that says dogs can't play quarterback. Oh, he missed it. He missed it. Oh, he missed it. Oh, that's a gut punch for the Broncos right there. Oh, man. Man. That is a tough turn of events right there for Denver. You're telling yourself you can get into halftime up 3. I mean, the Patriots, they still have that timeout now, right? You don't have to worry about time coming off the clock on the kickoff. They could absolutely try for a field goal here. You have probably 2 plays to get into field goal range if you're the Patriots. 20 seconds and a timeout. 2 plays to get, we'll call it 20 yards. Very possible. May has time. Oh, he short-armed it. It was there. That was a great play call. It was right there. You have that timeout so you can go over the middle of the field. You had Booty just running a little dig route. It was there. May just short-armed it a little bit. Oh, that was a great look. Man. And here's what I'll say, Sebastian. I will talk about the Lions here maybe during halftime. I do have a take about that OC hire. I do have a take. Oh, no. Oh, no. There's the rookie making a rookie mistake. Will Campbell false start. That's killer. Those 5 yards could mean a whole lot in the grand scheme of things here. That is a killer penalty. Man. I mean, yeah, that's just not to like gas up Nick Bonito too much, but like, I mean, shoot, if I was a rookie left tackle going against him and seeing some of the wins he's at already, I'd be scared too. Like, that is a brutal penalty. Yeah, they got a double team on Bonito now. May has time deep downfield. Good coverage. Surtain all over him again. Surtain is having a half. Needless to say, I mean, he always has a half, but he has had some excellent coverage downfield on Booty. Look at that. In his hip pocket the whole time. Textbook. Beautiful. Steve is saying, I'm saying I definitely project Green Bay ahead, though, and if Chicago bolsters the D-line, talking about the NFC North. Yeah, and I saw Pearchamp was talking about, I'll get to that, too. Pearchamp was mentioning the Packers DC hire that they made today, bringing in Jonathan Gannon. I also have a take about that. May's going to scramble. I mean, he got the first down. Oh, you could call timeouts. Oh, wow. Wow, that's a heads-up play by May to go down right there. I think we'll see if they actually give it to him. Wow. I mean, it's, at least as far as the red line is concerned, it's outside of field goal range for the Patriots here. Borgalis, I think that's his name, their kicker. That's a long kick for him. Let's see. He got the first down, and then he slid down. That is heads-up football by Drake May right there. My goodness. Wow. And Vrabel's already got the timeout ready. That's just beautiful football from the quarterback and head coach right there. Oh, you love seeing that. That's awesome. Man. I, too, live for the Aiden Ross slander. I would agree with you, Sebastian. I would say he probably is the best DB in the league. He's so good, dude. He's lived up to the hype and then some. I guess you do try the field goal. 63-yarder. You might as well try. Better shot than that at that than a Hail Mary. No chance. Tie game going into halftime. 7-7. You know? Jack was saying, like, he hopes the NFC Championship game is better than this. I mean, I do too. This hasn't been bad, though. I mean, it's been competitive, right? Everything has felt intense, high stakes, and not to be too old-heady. It's been a nice little defensive battle. Field position and special teams has really mattered in this one, It's still been a pretty good game. There hasn't been fireworks, but it's been entertaining. I've liked it. But first half in the book, 7-7. Are you guys thinking what I'm thinking? I think we got to do a little halftime grid. Why not? When in Rome, right? This is the last game stream of the season. Let's do it. Let's do a little halftime grid. Chat, y'all are always feel free to chip in with your suggestions and all that good stuff. We'll do a halftime grid, and then we'll get to some of the coordinator talk. I want to tackle Green Bay coordinator hire and the Lions coordinator hire, because I did say that I would get into those as well. And I do want to talk about those a little bit. But we've got an all-teamer here, which I always appreciate. We've got Steelers-Jags, Steelers-Eagles, Steelers-Cowboys, Panthers-Jags, Panthers-Eagles, Panthers-Cowboys, Packers-Jags, Packers-Eagles, and Packers-Cowboys. Then we will get the Drew Petzing discussion after that. How about that? I'll keep you in suspense a little bit. But right off the bat, we're going to get Tyson Alualu for Steelers, Jaguars. Come on now. 2% Tyson Alualu. First rounder Tyson Alualu, who ended up having a pretty good career. He was kind of seen as a reach at the time. But he had a pretty good career, all things considered. All right, after that, we've got Steelers, Eagles. Man, I feel like there's a lot that you could get for that, honestly. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I mean, look, and I don't know the guy personally, talking about Aiden Ross. I don't know. I just don't like the way he carries himself, to be honest with you. But, yeah. All right. We've got Steelers, Eagles. Man, okay. Why do I want to say Travis Fulgham? I know that's not true, right? Travis Fulgham didn't play for the Steelers. I don't know about that. I don't know. Maybe not, but oh, that's a great idea, Sports Gambler. That would make for a great stream. Reacting to Hayden Winks' big board. Oh, I love it. Dude, he does good work. He does good work. I love Hayden Winks. There we go. I love it. We might come back to Steelers, Eagles. Why do I want to say Greg Lloyd? That, I don't know. That one scares me a little bit, though. I don't know. We could be cheap and go Mike Wallace. Maybe we'll do that. I'm such a Mike Wallace merchant. There we go. 2% for Conehead. I love it. All right. Steelers, Cowboys. Really? No way. Wait, is that for real? Are you trolling me, Jack? Are we being for real here? Joe Brady hired? Maybe you're trolling. Maybe. I could see it, though. You know, his stock fell a little bit. I'm surprised. I know the Bills were like looking into getting him too as their head coach. I'll look into that later. Maybe I'm getting trolled. Okay, let's see. We've got Steelers, Cowboys. I don't know, man. Yeah, you got me. You know, you always get me though, because I look, right? Let's see if we can get some other ones here before we get into this. Okay, I got a good one for this one. Although low key might be a fairly popular answer. Dang it. Yeah, Reggie White. Reggie White. Derek Landry for Jags Panthers. Okay. I believe you. That's like I don't know how you know who this guy is. Oh yeah, George Pickens. There you go. That'd be a good one. Oh man, George Pickens. That's the leader in the clubhouse right now, honestly. Rico Dowdle you could get for Panthers Cowboys, but I feel like that's the most obvious one. Oh my gosh, Greg Hardy. Greg Hardy. Speaking of terrible people. Jaguars, Packers. I could do old reliable Aaron Campman. Nice. Eagles, Packers. I always do Cullen Jenkins. Although low-key, I'm scared. No, Cullen Jenkins works. Nice. 0.7%. Doug Peterson would have been a good one, too. Doug Peterson for Packers Eagles. Yeah, that would have been a good one. Jalen Ramsey to the Vikings. That one got me. Or, good old Bo Nix to the Vikings. The OG. All right, man. We've got two left here. Packers. I mean, Micah Parsons and Kenny Clark are the two obvious ones, right? Outside of that, we've got Martellus Bennett. Bang. 3% Martellus Bennett. Let's go. This has been a solid grid. We'll do Georgie. We'll just do George Pickens. I know that's like such an obvious one, and it's probably going to tank my score, but 60%. Still kept it under 100, though, even with the 60%. We'll take that. Derek Landry maybe carried a little bit, but there we go. There we go. Not bad. We'll take that. What are some of the popular answers? Yeah. Oh, DJ Chark. Yeah. Miles Sanders. All right, we'll take that, though. Appreciate you, chat, for helping me out with that. Always a good time doing a little halftime grid. But as promised, we'll hit we'll hit a few of the coordinator hirings here. We'll talk about the Packers bringing in Jonathan Gannon, and then the Lions bringing in Drew Petzing. No, okay. So we'll start with the Packers. This one happened today. You know what? We'll pull it up here on our computer screen because we have time. We can. Packers hired Jonathan Gannon to be their new DC. Obviously, losing Jeff Hafley to the Dolphins. He's their new head coach. We'll get into Hafley and the Dolphins when you do like a coach's stream. My opinion on Jonathan Gannon has honestly changed a lot in the past few years, and it will be very interesting to see what he does in Green Bay, because the narrative around Gannon when he was in Philly was he's a very vanilla guy, just ran a very boring scheme. Didn't seem like a lot of the players in Philly really liked him. The Philly fan base didn't necessarily like him. He caught a lot of flack for that blown lead in the Super Bowl against the Chiefs. Not a lot of people big on Jonathan Gannon. And it was kind of a puzzling hire when the Cardinals brought him in. To his credit, though, and we'll see how much of this was Gannon versus how much of this was Nick Rawlis, who is the Cardinals defensive coordinator. But something that I talked about a lot on this channel was I really appreciated how wacky and unique and creative this Cardinals defense was. And they did a lot with very little talent-wise. I always feel like they punched above their weight. You look at a lot of the penny fronts that they'd trot out where it's 5 down linemen, 1 linebacker, and then 5 defensive backs. They did a lot of cool creative stuff. So if he could bring some sort of creativity to that with Micah Parsons back, I can at least kind of see the vision on Gannon being all right. I don't think he'll be as good as Hafley. I don't think this is like a slam dunk hire or anything. I would expect maybe the Packers defense to pack just a little bit less of a punch than it did with Hafley. I don't think it's an awful hire, though. I think it's solid. The other hire, and I might have to like dig to pull up like the ESPN story about it or whatever. Yeah. Okay, here we go. I mean, it's related to the Cardinals, but here you go, Sebastian. You wanted me to tell you like everything's going to be okay with the Lions. Honestly, all things considered, regardless of what I'm about to say about this hire, I do think the Lions will be okay. Like, they just have so much talent. This was a weird year for them. As someone that is kind of dorky and tapped into, like, some of the more advanced numbers, like, you could look at DVOA or EPA or whatever. Like, the Lions still graded out pretty well on that. All things considered, they still felt like a pretty good team this year. They just had some tough losses. Their defense got super banged up. And it was just a weird year with like turnover on the offensive line and the coaching staff and all that. This is Dan Campbell's next chance to try and make things right. Roster's still very talented. Wouldn't shock me one bit if they're back in the playoffs next year. I don't think it's fair to say like, oh, it's just over for the Lions. Like they're completely cooked. I don't think that's fair to say at all. I will say, however, this is a tad disappointing. If you're the Lions, I think this is a tad disappointing, the hire of Drew Petzing. This is a hire that I think I would have been a lot more excited about a year ago. Drew Petzing's name was getting a lot of love at this time a year ago. He got a lot of credit for what he was doing with Arizona. Like, oh, like this run game is kind of cool. Look at how they're making it work with Kyler Murray and James Conner. Like, this offense is kind of fun. A lot of the football hipsters, myself included, kind of fell in love with it a little bit. Here's what I'll say, though. This year felt like a bit of a step back for this Cardinals offense. There was a lot of complaints from Cardinals fans. Jack, you'd even mentioned this, like some fire Drew Petzing chat like early on in the season. It's also worth noting, like they still haven't been able to make Marvin Harrison Jr. work. You know, some of that's on Marv, but I still think some of that is on like, it's okay. We can give him easier looks. He doesn't need to be a sacrificial X receiver, just running clear outs all day, you know. But I think the most interesting thing about Petzing, and here's what I'll say, right? The biggest thing that Petzing would hang his hat on, and the biggest thing that he got propped up for was, man, this Cardinals run game is nice. Wow, this is awesome. This is a lot of fun. It is worth noting, Clayton Adams, who is the Cardinals run game coordinator and offensive line coach, leaves the Cardinals this past season and goes to Dallas. Cardinals run game, noticeably less juice this year. Not nearly as good. Cowboys run game punched way above its weight. That's a little interesting. Maybe Clayton Adams was the real secret sauce all along. So I don't know. I honestly trust Dan Campbell's vision for the most part. I still think he's a pretty good coach. I like that they made an outside hire. It's worth a roll of the dice. He might be a slight Clayton Adams merchant, though. That's my take right now. I think you got to be disappointed if you're the Lions, because they should have probably been seen as like the most desirable OC destination, and I just feel like they could have done better than this. Call me crazy. I would have rather had Arthur Smith than Drew Petzing. I saw Arthur Smith went to Ohio State today. Honestly, Arthur Smith in Detroit would have been fun. I think that would have been a pretty good fit. People are talking about Mike McDaniel in chat. You know, he's with the Chargers at least for now. You know, for now we'll see. He still might get like a head coaching job with the Raiders or something, but he is at least the OC with the Chargers for now. But it's like, oh, maybe they could have got him. That would have been fun. You know, I'm a little surprised that they ended up with Petzing, but he could totally prove me wrong. You make a fair point, Sebastian. Cardinals' backs were super banged up. That's valid. Totally fair. I get it. But we'll see. We'll see. Pear Champ says the Cardinals' run game had the No, I get that. I get that. Like they were injured. I will give you that. That is fair. Who knows? And I mean, there's so much talent on Detroit. Like, I mean, even with John Morton, I think we can all agree John Morton was not exactly like an amazing play call or anything. No matter how you slice it, like the Lions still had a good offense last year. They still have got the dudes, you know. But you guys are right. You guys are right. You talk some sense into me. He was poking around the Titans head coaching job. Well, they got Saleh. But I must have missed that conversation. I just jumped in with no context to that conversation. We're about to get back to the game here. New England's going to get the second half kickoff, 7-7. It's been all right so far. It's been all right. I won't say this is like game of the year or anything, but, you know, it's competitive. I feel like I was saying that last stream, too, 2 weeks ago, the wild card game. But competitive. We'll take competitive football when we can get it. Mr. Hankey is in here. Appreciate you tuning in. Saying, I almost feel like Harbaugh told McDaniel, we're going to throw it deep every play with Herbert. And he was like, oh, hell yeah. I don't know how many of you guys have seen the, I might get his name wrong, Joey Muliano. I think that's his name. You know him, right? The impressions guy. Posted a hilarious clip, like 60-second skit of like what the Mike McDaniel, Jim Harbaugh interview would have been like. It's like, dude, his impressions were spot on. It's like, that's perfect, man. Two very different people cut from very different cloths, but at the same time they both have a weird obsession with football, and I feel like that's how they become like the unlikely couple that bonds, you know. At the end of the day, in their essence, they're both just two weirdo goobers who love football, even though they carry themselves very differently. Just such a great pairing, I think. Remember in September when the Cardinals almost beat the Seahawks? I do. Thursday Night Football. Good game. I do remember that. I also remember when I picked them to beat the Seahawks in Seattle because Jacoby Brissett was at quarterback. Yep. Cow's nose. Yep. People in the Lions subreddit are photoshopping Drew Petzing with hair to get themselves on board. You know, no, we need more bald representation in the NFL. We need more bald kings. For a team with O-line issues, losing both him and Brock Wright to the IR was brutal. Yeah. Brock Wright, underrated player. He's done a lot for that team. All right, here we go. Second half. Start off with a little screen to Diggs. Okay, get about 5 yards. That's respectable. Been a quiet game for him so far. 5 for 17. Not really a lot downfield. The two downfield shots the Patriots have taken were both to Booty. Covered well by Surtain twice. What can you do? And I missed this. I saw, Steve, you said something in chat earlier. I completely missed this. But you're saying you could make an argument just if you remove positional value, Kyle Hamilton clears Surtain. I could get down with that. All right, 2nd and 5. You can run it here if you're the Patriots. Yep. Denver? Ready for it. Okay. 3rd down. The horse's neighing. Oh, what's up, Gabe? Appreciate you tuning in. I would still love you if you were a man. Let's go. Thanks for tuning in, Gabe. How are you feeling about this game today? Denver or New England? Who you got in this one? 3rd and 3. Oh, they're loading up the front. We'll see if they actually blitz or if they drop off here. Yep. They're just going to send 4 because they can, you know? That's such a privilege to be able to do that. If you can just send 4, yeah, do it. Absolutely. Patriots got it there, though, looks like on the ground. Go Patriots. Yep. I figured. How would I distinguish you from other worms? I would just know, right? There'd just be a quality about you. I would just know. That's fair. I don't necessarily like Sean Payton either. That's fair. But also, I will say, I don't know, something about the Patriots being in the Super Bowl again. It's like, oh no, we had to wait 5 years or whatever, 8 years maybe or something like that at this point. But but that is very understandable, Gabe. Yeah, good old Bounty Gate. I will say, I mean, you were there. 2019 season, wild card round, Vikings beating the Saints. Oh, baby. Come on, that hit different. That felt good. Closing their window. Oh, Jameson Williams. Oh my gosh, that's huge. We're going to win. Oh, okay. Good run. That was a great run. Looks like we got some snow flurries going on in Denver. Sean Payton must be so confused having a good defense. Welcome, Cameron. Yeah, I mean, he didn't have it very often in New Orleans. They had a few years where they had some good defenses, but for the most part, his tenure there was defined by some just awful, putrid defenses. Yeah, I mean, that's true. 2020 was their last good season, but Breeze was pretty old by then. I feel like maybe that capped their ceiling a little bit. Breeze really showed his age that final season. Felt like 20. Yeah, I'm with you, Sebastian. No, I didn't. I didn't. Oh my gosh, that's right. Oh my gosh. The draft. That was another all-timer. Man, all that happening in the window of like 4 months is crazy. Okay, Denver. Answering the call right there on 2nd and 6. Here you go. What do we talk about first half? This is where you want to live if you're Denver. You get them back into that 3rd and 9. And this is where things get dangerous for this young offensive line. This is how you can get off the field. You got to be able to play the run on 2nd down. Great job right there. I mean, Breeze wasn't bad, but just like you could tell his arm was getting shot. It wasn't like 2015 Peyton Manning level bad. Oh, Benito got him off the edge again. May's going to step up, though. He's got it. Oh, he's still going. Drake May. Oh, baby. It's like a 30-yard scramble. Man. Oh, my Lord. I know, he does look a little goofy when he runs, but he's got some wheels. He can move. Oh, man. And that's the benefit of having a quarterback that can just do that, you know? No answers downfield, so be it. Daniel Jones, yeah, true. That was the longest play, I guess. I believe it. Good nugget from Jim Nantz. Three carries for 50 yards and a touchdown for May. Oh, yeah. Jared Goff. Man, I feel like he catches a touchdown every year now. Those silly Lions. Oh, appreciate you tuning in, Steve. That means a lot, man. Let's go. Hey, Michigan, man. Mike McDonald. 2nd and 10. Blitz. May fade away. Overshot him. That was a tough throw. Tough throw right there. That's Benito in coverage downfield. Okay. On Stevenson. 3rd and 10. Denver with the second down blitz. I like it. Getting aggressive right there. Yeah, that's a tough cover because Benito almost faked like he was going to rush, and then he had to fall back and recover. Good pressure up the middle, too. That's what really made things go. Running some games right there for your Denver. That's a great play call right there by Vance Joseph. Oh, yeah, Cedar Shoals, man. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Go Jaguars. Play action for May. Screen. Oh, he got it. I think he got it. Oh, they're going to... That is an interesting spot that the referee is giving him right there. One of them is spotting it for first down. The other is spotting it short. I thought he got it. I thought for sure that he got it. Elbows down. I guess can't quite see where he was supposed to get from that look. Oh, no, that's a pretty good spot. I think he is short. That is a good spot. All right, 4th and 1. I like it. Yep, go for it. It's a little bit closer than Denver's 4th and 1 in the first half. So this is prime, like, QB sneak territory. Just get big. Timeout. Timeout Patriots. Oh, yeah, they are running out of time on the play clock. That could be huge. Man, you're burning a timeout. First drive of the second half. That's tough. That is tough. Oh, thank you, Gabe. You know, I used to not be a backwards hat guy, but I've gotten into it recently. And of course, as a lot of people know, there is some lore behind the backwards hat and Matthew Stafford. But I gotta say, the look has grown on me a little bit. I used to not like it. Now I honestly really enjoy it, especially with this hat specifically. I like wearing this hat backwards. This is my backwards hat right here. Yeah, I'm with you. If you can't get 1 yard, you don't deserve to win. I can't even hear what Romo's been talking about, to be honest with you. If you think he's yapping, wait till you hear me. All right, here we go. They got Big Milt and Tonga in there to help with the push. Oh, I think he got it on the second effort. That was a great initial push by Denver. They're marking him short. That was a great initial push. Denver's saying he's short. Both referees look like the down. Oh, they gave it to him. Say the down judge looks like he's spotting a little bit further forward. I thought that he got it. True. Oh, I mean, it's so tough to tell from here, right? And here's, okay, I can finally get on my soapbox about this, right? Because of the playoffs, because of the AFC Championship game last year, on a play exactly like this, we have the new virtual measurement. I mean, they're not even using the virtual measurement, and it doesn't change anything. That doesn't change where the ball gets spotted. Challenge. I mean, see, okay, we've got a challenge flag down now, right? The virtual measurement that they added in has done nothing but remove some of the whimsy and soul from the fabric of the game by getting rid of the chain gang, right? But like, even like, okay, so it's going to be so hard to tell through the scrum where the ball actually is. It's going to be so hard to overturn this. I don't know, man. I mean, you can't even see the ball. I don't know. But it's just like they didn't. This isn't the best example because they didn't even use the virtual measurement. But like, say they did, that doesn't change where they spotted the ball. It's just measuring where the ball is. I don't know. I don't think it even changes all that much. But that's just me. This is a talk from like last year that we don't even need to be having right now. But whatever. Good question from Gabe on a commercial break. Would Mendoza be in my top 5 quarterbacks within the past 3 drafts, and where would he land? So it would be this one, last one, and the epic 2023 class. Not to be that guy, I'm assuming you mean the 2024 class for doing last 3 years. It is very epic. Well, that's tough because I've only watched a little bit of Mendoza so far, but I like him a good amount. Do I like him over Cam Ward? I think I do, just by a little bit. So this one, he's definitely number 1 in this one, for sure. I would say, Initial thoughts, I would slightly have him over Cam Ward from last year if they were in like the same class, but that's tough. That's tough. No, you're good, Gabe. You're good. um, and then in 2024, I would for sure have Caleb and May over him. I mean, and look, here's what's tough, right? Because I had some pretty bad takes about that class, right? Like, I had JJ McCarthy as my QB3, you know. We all saw that worked out. So like I mean it I would say he is definitely in my top 5. I would say he's definitely in my top 5. The only ones I would definitively put over him are Caleb and May, if we're talking about just like how I viewed them pre-draft, right? Some people might have been higher on Jaden Daniels and would throw him in there too. I wasn't high on Jaden Daniels. With hindsight now, yeah, I'd say Daniels over Mendoza, but like I didn't know that at the time. So I would say QB3 or 4, depending on where I would slide Ward in. But he's good. I think he's pretty good. But he doesn't have an NFL quarterback name, but he plays like one. Yeah. Ruling on the field stands. Yeah, I mean it's just I don't know how you can overturn that. That's just such a tough call to make, right? You can't see the ball. That's probably the most definitive angle right there. You can't see the ball, you know. I know you were, Jack. Yeah, I was pretty wrong about him. Man. First and goal for the Patriots. They're marching their way towards the end zone. What about Bryce Young, if we want to throw in the year before? I actually liked Bryce Young a decent amount. I liked Young and Stroud a decent amount. I would say if we included those guys, I say Mendoza would probably be 5. I would say Caleb, May, Young, and Stroud. And then maybe Cam Ward. But he's good. He's not like generational, but he's a good player. He could play. Oh, a little trickery. Snuffed out Hufanga. It's starting to get a little foggy there. Got some flurries, maybe? Oh, yeah. This is good, honest playoff football right here. I love this. Snow is coming down. Let's go, baby. Pad is popping. What grade would I give the visual novel game Doki Doki Literature Club? I'm going to say a B-. I enjoyed it, and it shocked me at times, and it was a very good memory from college. I do remember being like, oh, how many hours of this is this? But also that was just me being like, I don't know, whiny or whatever. But I'll give it a B-. I enjoyed it. It's a good story, too. It's a good story to tell, and it had a good story. And it freaked me out, but in all the right ways. Jonathan Cooper gets the sack. That's big. Probably hold him to 3 here, right? Too far out to go for it. You have to kick it. I really view Young and Stroud over Daniels. Dude, I did not like Jaden Daniels at all. I thought he was going to be a big bust coming out of college. I didn't think his game was going to translate. His build scared me. I didn't like the idea of like him and Cliff trying to run a college offense in the NFL. I didn't like how he handled pressure. I didn't like that he didn't throw over the middle. Like, I thought the offense was a little Mickey Mouse at LSU. All things that I was very wrong about, by the way. But like, I was not in on Daniels at all. I thought like, man, just a lot of these red flags that we saw in Zach Wilson and in Justin Fields and in Kenny Pickett have kind of popped up in Jaden Daniels too. I didn't like how he was an older player and didn't really break out until he was like a 5th-year senior on a loaded LSU team. I mean, man, like, again, none of this ended up mattering. But I was very low on him. I definitely did have Young and Stroud over Daniels. I'm gonna be honest, dude. Like, if you would go back and watch that stream, like I was trying to like bite my tongue a little bit because I didn't want to be mean. But I remember being like, wow, like they just really took Daniels at 2. Like, wow, like they really did it, you know? Like, I was like, I can't believe it. Yeah, but he's certainly been better than I thought he would be. So that's what I'll say. But I mean, he was fine at ASU. I won't say he was bad, but he certainly wasn't like getting first round buzz before LSU. He was fine at LSU or at ASU, but yeah. But obviously, Heisman winner, crazy, crazy production in college, and he ended up being pretty good. But yeah, I get what you're saying. But who am I pulling for in the World Cup, dude? I'm gonna have to look into that. Curacao for sure. Yeah, dude, Curacao is the underdog story. That's so sick. Yeah, probably Curacao, honestly. Not to be lame and steal an answer, but dude, it's kind of crazy. The World Cup is soon. It's crazy. Let's see if I missed anything else in chat. TBH, I thought it depends on what countries are willing to show up. Yeah, we'll see about that. We'll see. How would I rank the top 3 picks today? Honestly, I'm taking them in reverse order from where they were picked. If you're talking about, are you talking about that draft class, like Caleb, Daniels, and May? I would say May is definitely the best. I'd say May. I'm sticking with Caleb over Daniels, though. I still think Daniels is pretty good. I do wonder. I mean, I still think it's fair to worry about, like, how long is he going to last? You know, he got hurt a lot this year. He got hurt last year, too. So much of his game is still built off scrambling, and he's just so slight, and he takes so many big hits. Like, I don't know. A little scared. Monica for the win. Monica? Oh, Doki Doki. That took me a second. I believe. Okay. See, it's been a minute since I've played that game. It went over my head a little bit. I got you. I don't even remember who I picked for Doki Doki. It's been so long. I don't even remember my options, but Cam is not sold on Caleb. I get that. He still has his peaks and valleys. I think he's getting there, though, and it wouldn't shock me if he turned the corner as soon as even next year. I do think it is. I still think it like holds true that his good plays get gassed up so much, and then it just is kind of used to like drown out whatever negative plays he might have, right? I think that's totally fair. Like you think about the interception that he threw in overtime against the Rams. I mean, come on. Look, DJ Moore certainly wasn't giving like 100% and like could have ran that route better. Also, Cam Curl had leverage the whole way, right? Like, we can be honest, like, that was not a good decision to throw that ball regardless. He shouldn't have thrown that ball either way. And it is kind of funny to see, not even just Bears fans, but people who have a lot of stock in Caleb be like, it's all DJ Moore's. It's like, no, like, look, DJ Moore wasn't great on that play, but we can be honest. That was not a good throw by Caleb. He shouldn't have done that. Yeah, he still has some turnovers. He still maybe sprays a few too many throws. But man, I don't. He's frustrating in a sense that like he will have like a bad quarter or two, but then he'll have another quarter or two where he looks unbelievable, and it's just about evening that out. Until he does that, he won't reach that upper echelon, right? And you can't just automatically assume that it's gonna happen. But man, if it does, oh boy, But I think even with that baked in though, even with like he hasn't hit his full upside, like even just as they are players right now, I still think I would take Caleb over Daniels. Just personal opinion, but why would anyone pick Natsuki? There you go. Where's the Monica take? I must have missed it. I missed it. All right, 3rd and 8. Man, it's starting to get even snowier there now. It is going to be tough sledding for Denver from here on out. 3rd and 8, they're calling a screen. I mean, that's what they do. That's how they've been operating. Man. It feels like it's maybe slipping away from Denver just a tiny bit. Give Daniels, Ben Johnson, and those weapons, and he wins a ring? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. That's what I would say if the Seahawks didn't exist. I think Daniels is pretty good. I don't know. But he definitely still needs to be more consistent. I think that's fair to say. When I did the QB quiz, I think I had Caleb coming at 12. I feel like 12, and then like I'd have like him at like 12, and then Daniels at like 15. I think that's like how my list shook out. Like I have them pretty close, but Gabe says he understands that Drake May has been playing against insane defenses the entire playoffs, but he just hasn't been too impressive or risen above it yet. Could be wrong. My thoughts. Yeah, I mean, honestly, first game he was okay. Like wild card against Chargers, he was okay. I will say last week was kind of a stinker for him, and it got overshadowed by Stroud being even worse. And I mean, like, yeah, now they're playing Denver in Denver. Like, that's a tough matchup for anyone. I mean, yeah, he hasn't been amazing though. He's certainly played better football than this. That's what I'll say. But I also think, let's say the Patriots do hold on and then they get the Rams 2 weeks from now, I would imagine he would fare a little bit better against them and turn in a better game. But yeah. I get what you're saying though. It's been a little disappointing from May. He's used his to play devil's advocate. He's at least used his legs as a weapon pretty well, right? I mean, he's their leading rusher. He scored their only touchdown with his legs. He had the biggest play of the day on a scramble. And at the end of the day, like, you can also be fair and say this Patriots team, while they've made a lot of progress and put in a lot of pieces, you know, it's not like they have insane weapons or a crazy offensive line or anything like that. Like, May really is still shouldering most of the load in this game and throughout the playoffs. But he's been okay. Yeah. May's predecessor needs to go and take a look at what Darnold took. Well, his UNC predecessor, Sam Howell. Take is right under the Monica for the win message. I don't see it, dude. This is one of those times where it just disappeared in chat. I see Monica for the win, and then I see, but was still suspicious of him being about quarterback. And then World Cup talk. Pearchamp asking what has been the best playoff game so far. He would say Jags versus Bills. Yeah, Jags versus Bills. I would say if not that, Bears Rams was awesome. I would say Bears Packers was awesome. Low key, Rams Panthers was awesome. You could argue Rams Panthers, even though it maybe didn't have the biggest stakes. That was an awesome game. But I'll probably say Jags Bills too. That was a great game. I mean, but like Bills Broncos was awesome. That was a good game too. We'll see. Maybe this game coming up will be our answer. That's what I'm hoping for. Can we just get like almost a carbon copy of that Thursday night game between the Seahawks and Rams? Can we just do that? Let's just do that. A good question. Cameron doesn't get why people are hating on this Pats team. They're so likable. They're not like the old Pats. I get that. I think it's just like, and look, like the players do seem pretty likable, and this isn't quite like the Brady Belichick Patriots. Maybe it's just like fatigue, and it's like, oh, like even though it's different, like it's still them. And, you know, maybe just like some people don't like Patriots fans. I mean, you could say like every team has bad fans, you know. I don't always think that's necessarily a fair argument to say, but Gordon Ramsay burger and some crisps. Oh my gosh, the Gordon Ramsay food mart. Oh man, dude, I'm getting hungry. I can't lie. I'm getting hungry. I'm excited for dinner time after this game. They're not like the old Pats yet. True. Success breeds haters. True. Just that's the Chiefs. The Chiefs used to be the good guys too, beating the Patriots. May got it with his legs. There you go. Making plays with his legs again. He's at 64 rushing yards now. Big time first down. Good coverage downfield. Just making it happen. Get a little chunk of grass in the face mask. That always looks cool. Whew. No further comment. No, Vrabel's cool. I like Vrabel. Man, it is getting real snowy out there now. I love it. Stevenson, okay. It's like 5 yards. I will say, Jack, I've defended the Chiefs a lot. I think this year was the year I finally got sick of them, and I was like, I don't mind, you know, when they're not in the playoffs. That's true. Playing the Niners, yeah. Playing the Niners. Well, I mean, yeah, there's probably some people that never liked Mahomes Chiefs for various reasons, but at least like if you think back to the AFC Championship game back in the 2018 season, Mahomes' breakout year was like, oh, like everyone was pulling for the Chiefs. Flea flicker in the snow, May. Oh, what a throw! There you go. Best throw of the day for Drake May. Little corner route to Mac Hollins on the flea flicker in the snow. There's your big play right there through the air. Man, it's still not showing up. That's tough. Remember when we thought Henderson did something very naughty because they refused to play him? Yeah, crazy times, man. But that was a great throw by May. Longest play today, 31 yards. There you go. And I mean, man, I was alluding to this earlier, like 2-score game, especially with how snowy it is now. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see. It's actually going to happen, isn't it? Talking about Patriots going back to the Super Bowl. No, Mac Hollins has been good this year. He's been a good surprise. He's been clutch for the Patriots. He's a fun player. All right, here you go. Oh, it's starting to shake a little bit. Look at how heavy the snow is coming down now. Oh, Gabe, dude, I feel like you did congrats me, by the way. You've definitely, like, given me a congratulations, but I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, he had booty. I mean, that's just, at this point, it's tough to make those throws, especially down towards the sideline with the wind whipping, the snow blowing. I wonder how much this plays into Denver's hand. I mean, this might be where the quarterback advantage comes in, if anything. May is probably more built to cut the ball through the wind and the snow than Stidham is. Man. Yeah, Josh McDaniels is the OC. There's a lot of overlap between these two teams. McDaniels used to be the head coach here. Stidham used to be a Patriots quarterback, Here you go. Big third down. Oh, they run it. Nothing. And it's going to be a tough kick in the snow. I mean, even though it's a little bit shorter in, it is going to be a tough kick in the snow and the wind. Okay. Big stop for Denver here. This will almost take us to the fourth quarter. It has been the exact type of rock fight I think most of us were expecting. Andy Borregales missed 63-yarder. I don't blame him. I mean, that's a tough kick. 46-yarder. It's no gimme. I'm trying to not look at Gamecast here because I know it's still like a little ahead. I haven't seen anything yet. I'm locked in on my screen right now. Low-key, I think he misses it. Oh, he did! He missed it! Oh! Wow! That's huge! Oh my goodness, he missed from 46. Poor guy. Poor guy. Here we go, man. We're about to go into the fourth quarter. It's a 3-point game. Denver's going to be rocking and loud. I feel a pulse for the Broncos. Oh, is this the Odyssey trailer? Hold on. Lock in. Lock in. Let's go. Yep, it is. Let's go. Dude, I'm so excited for this movie. I'm such a Nolan bro. Let's go, baby. I'm going to see this in IMAX the day it comes out. I don't think I've seen this trailer yet. This is a new trailer? I have no idea, Gabe. I know, and they shot everything on site, right? I will say I'm a little bummed because I wanted to go to the 70 millimeter screening. They actually have one in Atlanta. It's at one of the theaters in Buford. They have a 70 millimeter IMAX screening. Tickets were sold out instantly. I had no shot. So I was like, fine, I'll just see it in regular IMAX instead. But I was so sad. I was like, because, like, usually it's just, like, the super big cities. Like, usually it's just, like, New York, Chicago, L.A. that they do that kind of stuff for. But, It's here. I just didn't get. I mean, I could like wait a few weeks after it comes out and try and get tickets. I was like, I just want to see when it comes out. I'll just do standard IMAX. It's fine. But I already know what happens in the Odyssey. True. Oh man. Cameron saying crazy how McDaniels can be such a good OC, but such a bad head coach and has had such bad offenses as a head coach. You know, someone should make a video about that. That's really interesting. I wonder if there's a NFL YouTuber out there that has a video about that. Hmm. Run to Atlanta, do a check balance. Oh my gosh, Gabe. I don't know. I haven't told you this yet. So I've started collecting DVDs because, you know, I'm in my physical media era right now. My grandparents, when they moved out of their house, they gave me their Blu ray player. So I started collecting DVDs. Guess what DVD I got for Christmas? No Country for Old Men. Got it on DVD. Dude, I'm so hyped. I'm going to have to watch it one of these days. But, dude, I don't know how I haven't told you that yet. Yeah, I got that DVD for Christmas. All right, we're going to have one play here before the fourth quarter. I'm with you, Jack. Dude, it breaks my heart seeing, like, some of the talk about trying to replace theaters. Like, nope, no thanks. This is the second time I've tried to drink out of my water bottle with the cap closed. It's chill, though. Fourth quarter, baby. Going to be 2nd and 9 for Denver. They've got 15 minutes. They're down 3. I think they got this. I think they got this, man. I'm sticking with my take. Denver wins this one. Do I see myself? Call it. Let me know if it passes the Bechdel test. This movie is so boring. Nothing's happened. That's crazy. Meanwhile, someone just got popped within like the first 15 minutes. Yeah. Media junkie. No, unironically, I am, dude. You should see my vinyl collection now, too. Christine and I, we got a whole crate now. I have to count up and see how many we have, but dude, this is something that I get like kind of snobby about, and I love being on a high horse about, and people can do whatever the heck they want, right? I'm not going to like say there's a wrong way to go about things. But for me personally, I just think it's so beautiful to actually be able to own a piece of art, whether it be like a painting or a piece of music or a film or anything, right? Like there is something about being able to actually own it. And I always think of that meme of like the like the guy with like the massive DVD collection where it's like, oh, your favorite streaming service or the streaming service took your favorite movie off and now you can't watch it. Funny. I never had that problem, you know? Like I know I can watch No Country for Old Men whenever I want to. I paid $10 and it's mine forever, you know? They can't change it. They can't take it away from me. I have a disc. I put it in a machine and I watch my movie, you know? I can listen to, I don't know, Two Door Cinema Club whenever I want. I have this disc, I put it on my turntable, and I listen to it, and it is there always, you know? Oh, man. Mm. But, yeah, I love me some physical media, man. Christine and I got a few additions to our media collection on Friday. We went to Barnes & Noble and got a few DVDs and a vinyl. It was nice, you know? It was nice. Oh, Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium. I've actually never seen that movie. Your Pokemon card collection is looking real nice. Let's go. That's sick. Dude, I used to have one. I gave it away to my little cousins. Kind of regret it, honestly. That's sick. Gabe also thinks Denver's going to win. Dude, they've got plot armor, home field advantage. They've got the aura of the snow. Oh, yeah. You can burn the disc. That's true, but oh, look at that. They got the superimposed white lines and the hash marks and everything. Yeah, that makes sense. It's just so hard to see now. It's a little dump off in the flat on 2nd down. Yeah, it did feel like they gained 3 yards there. 3rd and 6. I don't know. Wait, who's going into the snow? Is it the Broncos? Oh, no, low key. This is a big factor. This is a great sideline report right here by Tracy. This is excellent sideline reporting. Just the visual, like the turning around. This is me being a little bit of a dork, but whatever. That's a great hit by Tracy Wolfson. Oh, little Jordan Humphrey had it. That is a tough catch. Good play to break it up. 4th down. Tough catch in the snow. Man. Yeah, they kind of blend in a little bit, don't they? Man. Already dark outside, but it's staying light longer. It is. It is. We're getting there, man. We're going to make it out of there soon. We're going to make it soon, man. Man. But I believe, if I'm not mistaken, right, Denver does have the wind at their backs in the 4th quarter. And it's true, the snow blowing in your eyes, too. Like, that's a big thing. But I can appreciate, look, I'm no, like, sports media expert or anything. But I will say, just like based off of what I remember from my time in school, like that is the exact type of stuff that my professors would have eaten up. Just the visual of Tracy, like, look, when you see turnaround, now I can open my eyes. It's easier to see. That's great reporting right there. I know sometimes it can be easy to dunk on the sideline reporters. There's been a lot of sideline reporter discourse, especially this season, with like Justin Herbert trying to like avoid the interview after the game, and a lot of people saying like, well, like they just ask dumb questions, or like, oh my gosh, what's her name? Melissa Stark for NBC interviewing Aaron Rodgers after the regular season finale, and like asking him if he was going to retire or not after this season, and he just brushed her aside. She's like, well, I'm sorry, I had to ask, right? Sometimes, sure, those interviews can be tiring. But that was a great piece of sideline reporting right there. It's simple, it's to the point, but it adds to our viewing experience. It was well communicated. It was fun and interactive. That's good stuff. I know somewhere, Professor Lawson is smiling. He's like, oh, yeah. Somewhere Carlo is smiling. Cameron says there's an artist he followed that has an entire album or more taken down on Spotify because it was controversial. Yeah, that's tough. I mean, that stuff happens, man, March 8th. Oh, yeah, daylight savings ending. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Who's the Pats quarterback too? Oh, my gosh. I actually don't know off the top of my head. I remember reading a list of all the backups. Let me check real quick. I actually don't know this off the top of my head. Someone in chat will probably get it before I find it. Josh Dobbs, that's right. No way. Josh Dobbs. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Dude, when you sent that tweet, that was insane. I love D-Led, though. I stand with D-Led. Look at that. They got the snow blowers. I mean, it's just leaf blowers repurposed to blow snow. But you would think it would be Zappy. I kid you not, I was thinking about Bailey Zappi yesterday. Oh, I still need to watch that one. It's the one about the near nuclear disaster, right? Yeah. Someone found it on the subreddit, I think. Hour till game time. Jack is feeling nervous. Dude, I bet, man. Only 9 yards in the second half for Denver. And yet they're only down 3. Oh, great piece of running by Stevenson. That's great stuff. You just want to stack first downs here if you're the Patriots. Honestly, touchdown for the Patriots probably ends this game. Wow, look at Evan Washburn's hair. Silver fox going on. Some of it is probably just like frost and snow, but... How many overtimes could this game go before you'd give up? Nah, if it went to like 5 overtimes, we'd still ride it out. It'd be insane. I mean, here's an interesting question. Like, what would you do if you're the NFL, right? Like, let's say this game goes until like 9:30 p.m. because there's so many overtimes because it's just so hard to kick and no one could move the ball. Let's say it's 10-10 and then no one scores for like 3 more hours. Do you just push back the following game? Do you just play it as scheduled and have 2 games going on at the same time? That's probably what you do. 2nd and 8. I'll set up 3rd down. The game can still be going on when the Hawks game is over. Sure, you pause this game, have the Hawks play their game, and then come back to this game. All right. If you're Denver, you got to get off the field. Got to get off the field. I mean, if you hold them to 3, it's still a 1-score game. But, man, I think you feel a little bit better. Call me crazy. If you're Denver, you feel a little bit better about kicking 2 field goals rather than getting 1 touchdown. May has time. Can he find anyone? Uh-oh. Down he goes! And that removes any question of going for it on 4th down. Good coverage by Riley Moss. Yep. Tony's saying it's a coverage sack. Yeah. Well played across the board. Nothing. Q Jones getting back there again. Denver is staying alive. That's 5 sacks for him now. Orange Crush, baby. That's another good point by Tony Romo. It's a little bit harder to find guys downfield. Orange is easier to see than the white uniforms. And so while, that might hurt Denver a little bit while they're on offense, it also helps them when they're on defense a little bit. It maybe would be harder for Drake May to find his guys, and all he sees are Denver players running around, That's actually a good point by Tony. Every once in a while, he adds in something like that. It's like, yeah, I see it. I see what you're saying. Gabe says he'd admit if Denver wins, the only solace he'd have them with winning is the story of Jarrett Stidham winning the Super Bowl is awesome. Yeah. Oh, yeah, no. My stream has been behind off and on all day. It definitely wasn't as bad as the first drive when I was still just like doing my pregame speech and like the game was already 2 plays in. Everyone in chat was like, the game has started, right? Hopefully I don't know, man. I can't promise anything. Okay, hold on. My stream lagged for a second now. I will say again, like just with the weather and everything, I don't know how much that's actually gonna impact things as far as like my internet goes, but I'm buffering heavily. Ruh-roh. Well, we'll see if we can power through here. At least on my computer, on OBS, it says it's good. So hopefully things will even out a little bit. It looks like the rain just passed through, honestly. Yeah, we low-key might have work tomorrow. We might not have work canceled. The winter storm, when the lights were brightest, did not show up. We'll see. It's going to be cold tomorrow, but we'll see. Read this if my stream isn't behind. I'm reading it. Man, okay, let me try refreshing. You know what's interesting is my stream seems to be working decently right now. Well, hopefully it's at least workable for you guys. That'd be a bit of a bummer if it like crashed or something. Jack's classes got canceled for tomorrow. That's fun. Oh, man. That could either be tomorrow is either going to be really fun or really sad for you, right? Like you could be like having a great time celebrating the win, no school, or you could have no school and you have to sit with the loss. But that is nice, dude. It's interesting. Like, well, we'll see. We'll see. I have no idea. And obviously, I'm sure it's more snowy up there. We just got a little bit of rain and then it's going to be cold. But I don't know how much of it is actually going to freeze or if it's going to evaporate before it all freezes. But I know, like, Christine, her work, like, they, like, didn't cancel, but, like, they're like, you don't have to come in. You will be obnoxious. No, as you should be, right? You got to celebrate that. Looks like stream is back up to speed a little bit. But I'm seeing all these school districts. They canceled school yesterday here in Georgia. Like all the counties have like canceled classes or made them online already. And it's like, yeah, I guess you're getting out ahead of it. Then like, I don't know. Honestly, if you ask like A lot of the schools around the area that have been like, yeah, low key, we didn't need to close tomorrow. But we'll see. Oh, Harvey didn't get there. Well played by the Patriots. They had someone in every gap there. Just nowhere to go for RJ Harvey. Third down. Sebastian had a cousin in Winnipeg who had to go to school on a day where it was 39 below because the schools didn't close unless it was 40 below. Celsius, yeah. Yeah. Man, that's brutal. Yeah, I mean, I think at least for here, it wouldn't have much to do with how cold it is. Just more so of like it rains so much, and then is the rainwater gonna freeze and make the road slippery? But we'll see. But I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't mind a day off tomorrow. Work on my video a little bit, play some video games. Come on now. But we'll see. We'll see. Third, pick it up on third down. There you go. Denver's moving it a little bit. I mean, the bar isn't high, but this has probably been like their best drive of the second half. They're moving. Yeah, you're right, Jack. We are less than an hour away from the next game. Dude, I'm so hyped. It's going to be such a good game. Not quite the midfield yet. You're going to eat dinner if you're not back. Hope everyone has a good one. And go Hawks. Appreciate you tuning in as always, man. Enjoy your dinner. And you know what? For you, go Hawks. Go Hawks. Stidham just throw it away. Yeah. Well, we'll see who wins this one. Dude, it would shock me if this game went to overtime. It wouldn't be the craziest thing I've ever seen. Oh, good question. What are you having for dinner, Jack? If you don't mind sharing. Man, they got to get this playoff soon. Oh, I saw the vision with what they were trying to do there. Trying to get a little screen to Engram. They had the guards pulling out there. Just wasn't quite lined up. Man. It's very tough. I mean, it's even harder to do now with the conditions. It's just harder to push the ball downfield. But, like, this is their answer on 2nd and 10 when they need a chunk play is to do, like, a little screen out to the flat to your tight end. It hit McGlinchey. 3rd and 10, man. I don't know about this. We'll see. You feel like they used up all their deep ball magic in the first quarter on that big hitter. Was it Sutton? No, it was Mims, I think. Stidham has time. Jump pass. Good tackle. Carlton Davis. 4th down. You have to punt it. You have to. He's got to play field position. It's too... I mean... 4th and 6 is a bit far to go for it. I don't know, man. You got to punt and hope your defense gets you one more stop here. This is probably, if you're Denver, this is probably the last time you can afford to punt. From here on out, you got to be ready to go for it on 4th down because time is going to become a factor very, very soon here. But I don't hate just seeing if you can get one more stop. Your defense is playing well. It's hard to move the ball right now. That was a great punt. Great punt. There you go. Only way Denver wins is defense forcing a turnover. Yeah, that seems pretty legit, Gabe. I mean, yeah, because that'd be their best shot of getting a touchdown, right? Let's say they force a fumble here, get a short field, then you just got to find a way into the end zone. I will say, here's what I'll say. I think 14 points wins this game in the sense that, Patriots get past 14 by a touchdown or 2 field goals. If Denver were to score a touchdown, I think they got it. I think 14 points would be enough to win this game if you're Denver. Patriots go with field goal. Denver could come back and score a touchdown. It's not likely necessarily, but possible. It's on the menu. Patriots need 2 safeties. I mean, that could do it too. Yeah, that's another way to get to 14. Oh, I love you guys. Oh, how sweet. Hit it with the little heart, right? Man. I mean, if you're the Patriots, what do you do here on this drive, right? I feel like conventional wisdom would say run. I almost wonder if you want to run it with May a little bit just because he's been so good with his legs today. And you that way you can still keep the clock running. I don't know. You don't necessarily want him taking a lot of hits, right? But he's kind of been your best runner. I would almost like this is very Madden brained of me, and so maybe this is like a bad take. But if I'm the Patriots, I'm almost tempted to like call one of my more vertical passing plays, but tell May like, hey, your first instinct should be to run here. Like just run. If someone does get open, cool, but like try and get like an 8-yard scramble here. You'd almost like design a play to get an 8-yard scramble. I don't even know if that's a thing or not. I don't know if coaches really do that. I almost think that'd be interesting though, right? I mean, it's kind of like a quarterback draw, but like you actually have them drop back for a second and then run. Maybe that's stupid. I don't know. But because I feel like I've never like heard of that before, but I feel like that's something that you see like people do in Madden a lot. I don't know. I would be tempted to do that if I was the Patriots. 10% luck, 10% skill, 10% to the government and powers that will. Here we go. Now we're back. That was a long commercial break. Well, hold on. We got to see the Farmers Insurance Open promo first. There we go. Now we're back to the game. It looks a little clearer. Maybe it's just different cameras, different angles. I was like, wow, color. No, it's still snowing pretty heavy. Worm. Oh! Oh my goodness. Travion slipping. Just couldn't find his footing. Honestly, probably pretty smart by May to just eat it there and go down. No, that was Stevenson. Definitely a designed handoff for him. He just slips. May is like, ah, crap. Just goes down. Good play because you do not want to take a hard hit and run the risk of fumbling the football there. Losing 3 sucks, but whatever. Man, they might be looking at a deep punt into the snowy wind here. We'll see. Ball at your own 5. Might not be quite the turnover you're looking for, Gabe, but it would be akin to one with the field position potentially. You could get really aggressive if you're Denver and try and run a punt block here if you get to 4th down. 3rd and 11. I mean, how crazy are you getting with your dropbacks right here? How hard are you actually trying to pick up this 3rd and 11? Sure, it'd be nice. You have the quarterback to do it. Again, I'm usually I'm the advocate for the risky option. I don't know, man. This would be a whale of a play if they're able to pick up the 3rd down. May on the rollout, just throw it away. Yeah. There you go. Go for it. Well, there you go. Denver gets a 3 and out. They play field position. And it's gonna be a tough punt. I think if you're Denver, you got to get a little aggressive and send some rushers after the punter here. He's going to be punting from his own end zone. This is where you might get that big play on special teams or defense turnover, right? Tony is asking the same thing. Do you try and block it? Mims is a good returner too, but I would have sent more guys after him. I don't know. That's just me personally. I would have sent some dudes after the punter. And as Parachamp was pointing out in chat, a lot of short punts. Yeah. Well, it's going to be a great spot for Denver. He's walking it way up. He's running it up. I mean, you can't see where it is. I don't know where on the field that is necessarily. You can't see anything. That's great field position. That's all I know. Under 7 minutes left. Both teams only have 2 timeouts. Worth noting. Here we go, man. Here we go. You know, 10-7 might be a bit of an ugly score, but it's been a fun game. I've been enjoying this. But the game we got coming up after. Oh, baby. Come on now. Come on. Oh, my gosh. They have it at the Patriots 33. This is their shot, man. This is their chance right here. They're already, in theory, in field goal range. It'd be about a 50-yarder from here. I mean, it's a tough kick in these conditions, but it's possible. If you're Denver, you just can't lose yards. You can't take a sack. You can't turn the ball over. In theory, you should be able to kick a field goal here no matter what. But I still think, man, oh, no! I mean, that's just losing yards, man. On first down, you're losing 4 yards. Man. That's crazy. There's first play of the second half, too, even. The snow has really picked up in Denver. I'm with you. I love snow game supremacy, man. Snow games forever. I can't believe they're trying to take this away from us. This is beautiful. This is how the sport was supposed to be played. Okay. Man, these Patriots DBs are tackling well today, too. All over Harvey. They're just sitting on that stuff in the flat. And I mean, that's been the bread and butter of this Broncos passing offense. Never be coworkers with Carlton Davis. Man, this is tough. They've only gone backwards on this drive, and it's not even because they took a sack. Just a big loss on a run on first down, thrown behind the sticks on second down. I mean, you can't get too aggressive and try and go for a big shot here on third down, I think. But also, you got to get some yards to make it an easier kick. This is far from a gimme kick here. Scramble. If you're Stidham, you scramble. Yup. He didn't get the first down, but that goes a long ways. Humphreys may be looking for a flag there. I don't know about that. That goes a long way, man. This is about to be maybe the toughest kick of Will Lutz's life. But that's huge. That makes things a little bit easier. Nah, I mean, he didn't hit his head. That's clean. There's no flag there. Man. Here we go. 46-yarder. I'm not looking. I don't know, man. I don't know. Lutz is a solid kicker. I don't know, man. Oh, what a wobbler. Man. An absolute duck. I don't know if someone got their hand on that. That was an ugly-looking kick. Man. Oh, really? I didn't know that, Sebastian. That's cool. Nice stat. Oh, man. Let's take a look here. Snap spot. I don't know if he didn't get his footing right. Just hard to hit the ball. That was an ugly kick. Man. Oh, yeah. It was tipped. There you go. Patriots special teams getting a hand on it. Yeah. Great play. Great play by the special teams. Man, oh, man, oh, man. Realistically, that was probably their shot. I mean, Denver might get one more possession. I would be a little surprised if they got the ball that far again. You know what I'm saying? It is going to come down to a turnover now if you're Denver. You're punching the ball and you're praying. You're hoping someone slips again. I mean, man, you can sit run here these first few plays and feel pretty good about that, but we'll see. You're sorry? Well, you don't need to be sorry. You're good. You're all good, man. Why'd I sound like a dad saying nice job when a kid brings him a crayon drawing of their house? Oh, nice job. Oh, good job. How wholesome. Second and 8. About to be under 4 minutes left. Oh! Met him in the hole! I mean, Denver might get the ball back. I don't think that's the biggest worry. It's just, Do you send rushers after the punter this time if you're Denver? What do you feel better about, blocking the punt or getting a big return with Mims? You could make an argument that maybe trying to set up a big return with Mims is a better shot of getting a big play. That's fair. But also, I mean, they didn't even send a ton of guys this last punt. They had a few guys get close there. And if you were to get home and block the punt, then you'd almost certainly, like, you might either score a touchdown or, like, get better field position than even a really good return from Mims would get you. Well, there you go. 3 and out just like that. I mean, easy money for this defense. All right. This is Denver's final shot, but they aren't going to have the same level of field position. The only pseudo benefit to them is that there's a little bit less time on the clock now. So, like, say they were to score, less time for the Patriots to then turn around and score. New England gained only 1 yard on that drive. I mean, it's 4th and 10, but it's at the 36 now. Here you go, Stidham. Here you go. Do we have a timeout? By the Broncos? Interesting. I'm trying to think of the rationale behind that. Why would they call timeout there? I mean, I guess if you're the Patriots, you're just going to let that clock run, right? And as I always like to say, you can stop the clock a lot easier on offense than you can on defense, right? That's fair. Still is interesting, though. They have 1 timeout left. You're right, Sebastian. I mean, if they don't score, it's over for a lot of different reasons, I think, right? But, I mean, realistically, they wouldn't really be able to stop the clock enough. They could get stops until the end of time. Like, I trust this defense to get them the stops that they need. It is just a matter of this offense scoring at all. And maybe like with Bo Nix, they'd probably be up right now, you know. They miss Bo Nix a little bit. They do. That was an all right punt. I mean, it still looks a little ugly, but it got the job done. Here we go. Let's get the iconic shot of Jarrett Stidham running onto the field. I'm with you, Gabe. I'd probably say that too. Just play well. Just don't screw it up. As long as I could be one of your coordinators, Gabe, you can be a head coach. Or your GM, maybe. Maybe, or not necessarily your GM, but like you be the coach, I'll be the GM. Something like that. See, are they going to show a graphic where they have it? I can't see what yard line they have it on. It's a mystery. Ball at own 32. There we go. Look out. Stidham had time. Chest pass. Gonna lose yards low-key. Get back to the line maybe. That was an interesting little chest pass situation going on right there. You could be the owner. Sure, Sebastian. You could be the owner. Oh. Yeah. All right, man. I don't. This is just such a tough spot to be in if you're Denver. This is such an uphill battle to get into field goal range, you know. You got to snap it. You got to hurry and snap it. There you go. Blitz coming. Stidham picked. That's your game. Gonzo's on him. Great coverage all the way. Patriots going to the Super Bowl. I mean, the clock will stop twice, right? 2-minute warning and a timeout. But, oh, my gosh. I think that's your game right there. It's Mims on Gonzo. That's the matchup that they went to in the first quarter. This time they've got a safety back there. And Gonzalez is just sitting on it the whole way. Playing deep. Great ball skills. Big guy. Yep, there you go. Man, I mean, you had to take a shot like that at some point if you're Denver, right? I get it. What else are you going to do? You've been dinking and dunking the whole second half. You had to find a way to get yards. Man, what a magical season for the Patriots that's going to continue. I'm trying to do the math in my head. I mean, mathematically, can the Broncos even get the ball back here? Oh, yeah, Jared Goff would have never. You can run it, try and kill some clock. If you're Denver, you probably call timeout here on the front half of the 2-minute warning, right? No. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, man. Like, once you save a few seconds by doing that, isn't the math you want to call timeout before the 2-minute warning? So say they would have called timeout like 2:03 left. Patriots on another play, right? We'll say it goes down to like 1:58, 5 seconds off the clock. Clock stops again. I feel like, I mean, it's a matter of like a few seconds. Maybe it doesn't matter that much, but first down ends it. They can for sure, I suppose. Yeah, 2 minutes. It's 2nd and 6. 6 yards wins the game. Yep. Big guy. Big guy. Big guy. Big guy. Big guy. SpongeBob. SquarePants. Big guy. Pants okay. Oh, jeez. Only math Sean Payton knows is how to assign cash prizes to opposing injuries. Yeah. That's true. Man. I think this is where you pull out the quarterback run. Maybe not my stupid, like, what if you called a pass play but told Drake made a scramble idea? I don't know. Call me crazy. I think a quarterback draw, if they call a quarterback draw right here or like a read option or something, I think that would win them the game. I think they'd get a first down and win the game with a quarterback run right here. But I also get the rationale of wanting to hand the ball off. I will say, this is something that you might notice, is a lot of teams will run stretch plays to the outside when they're trying to kill clock, because those plays typically take a few seconds longer on average, right? Because you get to have the play develop while the running back is running to the outside. Even if you lose a yard or two, it's just going to take a few more seconds off the clock than just like going up the gut would, So I can understand if the Patriots just run that too. But honestly, it's 2nd and 6. I might not run a stretch play here because those are also the plays that have a higher chance of losing yards. And at this point, I think you care more about getting the 6 yards than taking a few more seconds off the clock. Like, call me crazy. Like, I'd almost think about throwing it here because, again, literally 6 yards wins you the game. What play do you feel best about getting 6 yards? Remove the clock from the situation here. You have 2 plays to get 6 yards. I think you throw it at least once. If you really want to be sneaky, you could throw it on 2nd down. Maybe that's too big brain, and sure, you worry about throwing an incompletion, and then Denver saves a timeout. But also, roll May out. I don't know. That could be how you win the game right here too. But I'm not a head coach, obviously, right, or play caller. But if I were, I'd say, you know what? 2nd and 6, go for the win now, right here. Don't even wait for 3rd down. But I think they're going to run it. Looks like they're about to run. Yep, stretch play. There you go. It didn't take a lot of time off the clock. 1:56. 3rd down and 6. Here you go for all the marbles. Put the ball. I think now you put the ball in May's hands, though. You have to. Again, I know it's tough because, Denver doesn't have timeouts. But again, what good does a 2-yard run get you here outside of taking off 45 seconds off the clock? Denver still gets the ball back then, right? I think you throw it here if you're the Patriots. I know it's tough conditions. You worry about an incompletion or a turnover or something. 6 yards wins you the game. You have arguably the MVP at quarterback. Get out of here with a win and go win to the Super Bowl. Go win to the Super Bowl. Let me try again. Throw the ball, put it in Drake May's hands, go win this game, and go to the Super Bowl. 3rd and 6. I'm not looking. We're locked in on one screen and one screen only. Play action. They are throwing it. May is going to get there. He got there. Patriots going to the Super Bowl. Drake May on the run. And he hits the Brady. There it is, folks. Oh, he got there. Hoo, 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 hoo. That's a great play call by Josh McDaniels. How about that? Going back into Denver against his old team where he had a very messy tenure as the head coach, going out and calling something like that and sending him to the Super Bowl. There you go. Now it's just a mere formality, dog. I respect the effort. I respect the effort. Welcome, boys, Bernard. Appreciate you tuning in. There you go. There you go. That's an awesome play call right there. Whoo, whoo, whoo. Patriot, man. Like, I thought the Patriots were going to be like a fun team this year and maybe make the playoffs. Who in their right mind had this team going to the Super Bowl? But you know what? Like, when it's your time, right? Let this be a lesson. Like, you can always say, oh, like playing with house money, just happy to be there. When you get your shot, man, you got to take it because you never know when it might come again. You're never too young. You can always be ready if you're good enough. You know, this is a young team. This is a new team, but they're ready now. This is their time now. And yeah, we're getting a Super Bowl rematch either way. You're right. There we go, man. First team to punch their ticket to the Super Bowl, the New England Patriots. Who would have thought, man? Who would have thought? That's why this is the best sport in the world, man. Back-to-back 4-win seasons. Now they're playing in the bowl. Come on now. They're going to have one more kneel down left. Man. I know. 5 years. Whew. How about it? You know what? Congrats to the Patriots. Congrats if there's any Pats fans in here. I know we got a few Pats fans in Discord. Shout out to you guys. Go enjoy this win, man. Go celebrate it. The New England Patriots are going to the Super Bowl. There you go. 10-7 your final score. Ugly, gritty, sloppy game in the snow, but a fun watch overall. Poor Jarrett Stidham, man. I got a feel for him. He gave it his all today. What else was he really going to do? You know, that's just how it is sometimes, though. But that's all I've got, man. That's my ball game. That's the ball game right there. I appreciate you guys tuning in so much, man. This is going to end up being the final game stream of this season, right? Another fun season that I got to spend with you guys. And seriously, like, I know I say this so much, but it truly makes me so happy that I get to do this and spend some time with you guys. You guys seriously make this so much fun. And so I appreciate it. You know, it's not lost on me the amount of time that you put into supporting me with this, but another good season, man. I'm excited for the off-season content that we've got coming up. Going to be a lot of fun midweek streams. You can expect more of the same from what you saw last year, which, man, I had a blast doing. But I think first stream will probably be after the Super Bowl, if I had to guess. I'll make a post and stuff for sure, and Discord and a community post and everything. But I'm going to kick up my feet. I'm going to go enjoy the NFC Championship game. I'm going to kick up my feet and enjoy the Super Bowl. Take a mini break, like a week and a half off or whatever. And then off-season time, baby. We've got the combine. We've got free agency. We've got the draft. We've got trades. We've got the coaching carousel. It is, honestly, as far as content goes and like streaming and everything, that is one of my favorite times of the year. And we get to be a little bit more creative too. You know, Kaden and I have got a lot of fun ideas up the chamber. But again, that is all I've got for today. Another great season. Grateful for everything, as always. A lot of good moments. And until next time, and until next season, I will see you guys all later. I love you guys. The doctor is out.